We are live.
Hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Good morning. Hope you're having there it is. Wonderful Memorial Day weekend. You got one more day for hangovers. Some of us here stateside. Oh, yeah, there you go.
I'm grabbing this Memorial Day weekend by its fucking puss.
Ooh, we are. We should have saved that one for about 2.5 more minutes there. Good morning. Good morning, Max, as well. And Winnie.
What up? What up, Clout Route pets? We see you. We hear you. We love you. We appreciate you. We pet you if we ever see you.
That's right.
Is everybody ready to get rizzed?
Ooh.
Okay.
You know, I
Go ahead.
misread the show notes this morning, Danny, and thought we were going to have an entertaining, albeit slightly confusing episode about Batman. So it was a little awkward when you sent over that thumbnail request. It's like, wait a minute. Oh, now I get it. Okay.
Is it problematic? Okay. Is it problematic that it's a 9-year-old child and his nickname is the Rizzler, which is like, you know, it can be, it's ultimately harmless, but like, is this 9-year-old kid like getting bitches? Is that what we're doing? Is he trying to, you know, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
We're sexualizing kids at a young age, okay? People don't realize this is fucked up, okay? You complain about the fucking teachers putting rainbow thoughts into your kid's head, but it's been since I was a kid that they were saying, oh, look at little Dan's girlfriend in class or whatever, first grade, little girlfriend. You got fucking, that doesn't even make any sense. I don't even pay attention to these bitches in first grade. And we're calling this 9-year-old kid the Rizzler, okay? He's not hitting on bitches. He's playing fucking Minecraft or Fortnite with fucking Connor eats pants or whatever. All right? Let's quit sexualizing these kids.
We got some counterpoints coming in here, Danny.
You used to wear sweatpants with juicy on the butts. Well, where are your parents at? All right?
Well,
what?
you know,
at 10, you were wearing juicy on your butt?
Well, that is concerning, yes. But perhaps, you know, this is where we get in trouble turning words like charisma into Riz. Because
charisma is harmless.
You had a little, he does have some charisma, right? I mean, it's
right.
It takes a little something. Pop one of these off all the time and do this thing. And
right.
You know, he's got a little bit of that. A little bit of the sauce. So I don't know, man. But yeah, what gets me, Danny, is ask the question if it were a 9-year-old girl, we wouldn't call her the Rizlet, right? Like, I don't think that would happen.
Right.
So, you know,
because what are we talking about?
Maybe you're right. Maybe it should be a new nickname. We have to come up with a new nickname.
Sorry, but I can figure out a way to tone police anything, okay? I can figure out a way to cancel you for whatever, okay? You're going to be calling the little kid the Rizzler? Well, now I think you're a pedophile, okay?
Ooh.
What about that?
Gotcha.
All right, people, what up? Sorry, I already said the P word this early in the episode, but, you know, is what it is. All right. Now, don't you dare lob any of those accusations against me that we're two 30-year-old bald guys talking about this 9-year-old Rizzler on the show. But there's a reason, okay? I'll explain myself when we get there, all right? It's not just as simple as clout farming a 9-year-old, okay? There are things to this, okay? Think about this. What does this mean when you cover the eye, Kevin? What does that mean? Are we Illuminati?
The Illuminati. The all mocking tongue, right? That what Jim Carrey called it. And yes, King, it's funny you mentioned that. I used to work at a custom print shop, so I have seen all of those diabolical little onesies, says "Sorry, ladies" or whatever. And then the worst ones were the ones that boyfriends and girlfriends could buy for each other. That are like, you know, I'll hit you if you talk to my man and kind of shit. Like, my girlfriend is awesome. Yes, she bought me this shirt. And I'm like, bro, just break up, dude. Just break up already. It's bad. Stop it.
Most clothes with just like writing on them like that are terrible. I'm with stupid or whatever, or juicy on the butt or whatever. You know, about the only one that's acceptable is Headbug's shirt idea. Hey Headbug, if you're listening, send me in main chat in the Discord. Send me your merch, and I'll show some appropriate text on a shirt. Okay, but like, we're also talking about appropriate for adults and not appropriate for children, because I don't want to see any child running around with Headbug's merch idea, but it is a good one. Anyways, while we shoot the shit here at the top, I might as well go over what the episode is about today. Okay, we've got the Rizzler, like I said. We'll talk about that when we get there. Tons of stupid, dumb Ian, Hasan, Ethan, Anissa, more. It's never ending.
How do I get out, Danny? It's like this podcast is like room 1408. Every time I think we're done, it's like, oh great, there's more Hasan news. You son of a bitch, Hasan. Ian, you bastard, your stupid paywalled podcast. I hate you. I hate you both.
But that involves all kinds of things. It's not only drama with those motherfuckers. There's creator clash mixed in there. There's some new fighters that enter the arena. Okay, nice to see you, Harls, Headbug, Kanga, V-Dub. Thank you guys all for tuning in this morning. But yeah, there's tons of stuff with that. There's Bo Black's clips. There's Mike from PA clips. There's testing positive on stream clips. There's Lolcow DSP clips. Matt Walsh, Ohio as fuck. There's all kinds of shit. All right. But first, very first, okay, will be Headbug's merch idea for us. Okay. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know with your likes on the video too. You know, that'll be a good indicator for me. If this one gets tons of likes, I'll know that the merch needs to be made. What do you think, Kevin? Yeah. I almost think like if we were to get more sophisticated with it,
I don't see how you could, but go on.
You know those ones that are like, gosh, this might be graphic. We might be getting banned off YouTube right now as we speak.
Ooh, hang on. We have a thing for this.
There
we go.
Right. Okay. If you're offended.
And you know what? Just in case, I'm going to throw that one up too. There you go. Just
that one's really good. Allegedly.
Completely clear.
But no, we got to get one of those beach bods. Okay. Like I like the improvised drawn tits or whatever. Those are cool too. But we need to get like one of those beach bods. You know what I'm talking about? They're like the shirts that fake the real tight body or whatever. It like looks like abs or whatever, but obviously you're a fat guy wearing
them. Don't wear them into the pool. They turn real saggy.
But I think it should be that behind. And maybe not like since we're saying tits are tits, you know, like any tits are tits. Like maybe it's like a grandma at the beach or something. You know what I mean? And it's like there's saggers. Like you do the grandma's beach body and it's like saggers down to the belly button.
Oh, I see what you're doing. So you can just do a bunch of different shapes. That would be the whole line, right? Tits are tits, and then you have them drawn just all kinds of different ways.
This is what I'm thinking. Okay, I'm gonna get
you
Mel.
Can sell those on a pier at Palm Beach. I guarantee it. You'll be printing money.
I'm gonna get Mel to design a shirt. Okay, I'm gonna say all proceeds go to Mel. Okay, if you go the extent that I'm asking you, Mel, okay, you can keep all the proceeds. We need you to design a shirt where it's Granny Joe's body or whatever, and it's like her low hangers, those sweet cherries, are down to like the belly button mode with like a nice, beach appropriate bikini on. Maybe the bottom part too is like up really high, like higher than you would expect. Maybe you see, like old people like to do. They pull it up a little too high. You kind of see a little too much sometimes, but you get what I'm saying, Mel. Okay, I'm gonna have to send this to her if she doesn't end up watching. But this is my theory. It says tits are tits at the top, or like what did Harl say? Harl say.
Female body inspector.
Yes.
Should she wear it with her female body inspector hat?
I think, yeah, maybe we need to get a hat going for it, or maybe it says that, like there's a badge on it that says female body inspector. But why would the granny at the beach be wearing that? No. Yeah, maybe we need a separate piece of merch, a hat.
Well, because it wasn't as socially acceptable when she was young, and now she finally gets to live her truth, Danny. Are you assuming there are no bisexual grannies on the beach that we can sell merchandise to? I say we include them.
Okay.
We just put that one towards the bottom of the list, maybe, as far as the designs. There are other ones we bad hand motion there. Okay.
Is a granny?
There's other ones we can do.
Would a granny buy the granny merch?
No, I think Grandpa would buy Granny the merch.
Wouldn't it be funny if you saw Granny at the beach, which she has the sweet cherries, okay? She already has them. Like, she doesn't need the shirt, but Granny's wearing the shirt to the beach. Just to support the Clout route,
That's right.
Why. Oh boy. All right. So, here up front, okay? We're going to get into this weirdo. There's a real weirdo, serious kind of story that I want to talk about right at the top, which is inappropriate for the Clout route. But since we're already goofing off, I just have something before. We're going to laugh a little bit more, and then we can end and get serious. Okay.
Okay. Good.
So this one comes from our friend of the show, because me and Anissa have had plenty of conversation. We've had back and forth on Twitter. She's liked some of my posts before, dude. Like, we're practically tight and friends. Okay. So this comes from friend of the show, Anissa Joma. Okay. And we'll talk about her more later, but this clip just really made me chuckle. She made it, actually. She made this. So think about that. This is a creation from the mind of Anissa. Now, she stole the content from somebody else, and I'm hoping that it doesn't look like she credited this poor girl here. So I'm honestly kind of offended a little bit, but we'll ignore that for now and just watch what my good friend.
Oh, whoops.
My good friend Anissa, my best friend Anissa. Okay, well, let's watch what my best friend Anissa made.
That's some great marketing. From now on, anytime I share, I'm just going to say I made this, and there's the link. Done.
Right.
Easy money.
Gotcha. Okay, let's watch.
I can't deal with it anymore. This girl, Anissa, Ian's wife, she is so cringe. I just can't handle it anymore. And the way she keeps continually praising her looks. You look like a vegan who's confused and drinks pee.
Okay, now I pause for a second. Okay? What is up with that? What is that? Bitch, we can make fun of Anissa. Okay, we can make fun of Anissa without attacking the vegans here, people. What's going on?
Well, no, that's what she's saying. She's a confused vegan who drinks pee, which would not probably qualify. The only other vegan I think that encapsulates Danny is that vegan teacher on TikTok.
Why does it have to be a confused vegan, though? That's just a confused person drinking pee. Why are you drinking pee?
Oh, true.
It's just why has it got to be a vegan? Why is it like a confused carnivore?
Well, because vegans are always like
pescatarian
telling
actually drinks
you,
pee.
they're like telling you how vegan they are. So maybe she's saying Anise is like, hey guys, I drink urine. Is that what she's trying to say? Like you're proudly shouting about drinking the pee? I'm very confused.
I'd rather just say, Anissa, you drink pee, bitch. That would be way more based, okay? Way more based. If she's just like,
that's the
bitch,
joke.
you drink pee.
Is that the pee isn't? It's an animal byproduct. That's what it is. It's not kosher. What's the
Okay.
vegan form of kosher, Danny?
Are
Do you
farts
have a thing
vegan
for that?
then? I don't know.
I don't know. You're in
Forget-
trouble.
Okay, the conversation. This is all. I'm too confused now. Okay, the vegan thing.
We're very upset about the vegans catching a stray here. All right, pro vegan show, anti the drinking of your own urine. Unless you're in a post-apocalyptic scenario, at which case, how the hell are you watching this of all things? We made it through, Danny. We made it to the other side. Hello to our vault-dwelling friends.
We do have one of those, but yeah, justice for vegans here. I mean, this is bullshit. I was with you until then, bitch.
You look like a vegan who's confused and drinks pee, okay? You have no brain. You're a single-celled organism. Your name is not Anissa.
Right, and then it's like
Ooh,
all these implications she's making about vegans afterwards. You're a single-celled organism or whatever. It's like, tell me what you really think, bitch. Is this a video on vegans? Or is this Anissa roast? Okay, what is it?
She's saying that vegans have one brain cell. Is that?
Well, it's like
just lumping everybody.
It's the assumption. She says Anissa is a confused vegan that drinks pee and she has one brain cell. Blah blah blah. I'm making assumptions, okay, but still.
This joke better be her name is not Anissa, it's Amoeba, or we riot. Okay.
Oh man, Kevin. Honestly, now that you said that, I'm angry what we're about to watch. Okay, let's watch.
You look like a vegan who's confused and drinks pee, okay? You have no brain. You're a single-celled organism. Your name is not Anissa. It's Amoeba.
Let's
okay?
go. I could write this shit all day, dude. A fisherman always spots another fisherman. All right. I knew once I heard that oddly specific comparison to a piss chugging vegan, I was like, oh, I can tell the kind of jokes this lady's gonna write. So
I'm not amused.
no, not even.
Well, if you wrote it in like one of our scripts, I'd be dying. I'd be cracking it up. It would be funny as fuck. But on the fact that you guessed this lady's fucking joke before she made it honestly tells me that it wasn't that creative in the first place, to be honest.
Well, yeah. Yep. I mean, it ain't the highest fruit up in that tree. I can say that.
Stop. I can't. I
was
can't
it.
deal with it anymore.
So shouts out to this lady, okay? Sorry you didn't get credit in Anissa's tweet. Sounds like vegan code. Me and Harles are gonna exchange some words too. We're gonna meet. What do they say? What do the kids say these days? We meet in the alley out back.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
That sounds, yeah, I know, right? It's like that's
that
what we used
could
to
be
say,
interpreted a couple different ways, Danny.
That sounds like rapey now.
Yeah, I think
Instead of
neither of them are any good.
Badass. Like I feel like 10 years ago I say that and I sound like a badass. Now I sound like a Russell Brand defender. Did I tell you about this? Somebody was arguing with me about whether we should forgive Russell Brand for his grapes or not.
No,
They
I'll
said
let Jesus do that.
Forgive and forget, Kevin.
Not my job, pal. You don't see Kev wept in the New Testament, do you? Nope.
You've got a specific set of rules that they say you, Kevin. You don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't get to make decisions for the council anyway. What are you talking about? I don't have that. I'm barely lucky to still be in. My dues are piling up.
All right. So, okay, check this out. Now we're gonna get serious. So hone back in,
Okay.
everybody. Everybody, hone back in. Get the laugh. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Get them all out. I'm upset that I had to say it, but I'm so worried and distraught and crazy now that the world has come to on my comedy show. I have to get all serious and tell you guys something serious, okay? It's crazy that in the United States, it's normal to have a bombing or a shooting every other day. Okay? I'm tired of it. I couldn't help but talk about this anymore. I'm tired of staying silent, okay? This fucking IVF clinic in Palm Springs. This IVF clinic in Palm Springs was bombed. Okay? How crazy are things get gallons of Elon Musk? I couldn't keep this going for long. Check this out. This is so fucking awesome, dude.
The FBI has confirmed that several gallons of Elon Musk's sperm have been destroyed in bombing of an IVF clinic in Palm Springs, California. This comes as yet another devastating blow to the billionaire who recently.
That's like a mega abortion. That's like
Oh my! This is AI, right? You're just showing me
You'll see
what
it,
the
man.
high
Hold on.
tech. This is what the $250 a month version can generate, because that's
right. Fake news clips about gallons of Elon Musk's sperm being wasted.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want. There's so many jokes I want to tell because I believe that this is all make believe.
Hold
but
your
then
thoughts.
I don't know if I should laugh farm off of a bombing. That seems. I hear you might get a Twitch ban for one day if you do stuff like that.
Right. This is sick and disgusting. Okay. Do we have one of those things in the corner, in the bottom left or the bottom third or whatever? I need it. Fucking disavow. Okay. We don't do shit like this in America. Okay. Stop bombing and murdering and stop.
He failed to convince the world that he was really good at video games.
Okay, so what is really going on with the world's richest guy? And why were there so many gallons of his sperm at this IVF clinic? Channeling Painter is here with the detail. Channeling.
All right, so at this part, I just suggest maybe like close your eyes at this point, or like look over there real quick. Just listen to what they have to say. Maybe not pay attention so much to the faces here, or the lips, or you don't count fingers or anything.
Good morning. So the White House and Elon Musk have confirmed that Elon is physically unable to reproduce like a normal human being. So rather than feel the soft, delicate touch of a woman, he instead stockpiles large quantities of his sperm at IVF clinics.
Why the need to store so many large jugs of his sperm, though? Wouldn't a small vial be enough to get the job done?
Well,
look at the bottom right. JD Vance president.
Okay, I think we can. We still have plenty. Okay. Yeah.
Did they figure me out? Yeah.
Yeah, the chat's figured it out, but I won't ruin it for the rewatch gang. It might
because his sperm is already weak and riddled with ketamine, the clinics require a significant quantity just to fertilize a single egg.
Here's the thing. We've been expecting him to kill himself any day now.
Whoa!
Is he going to do it soon? Or will he make us wait until he fills up those jugs again? Because with his defective penis, that could take a very long time.
Steve.
Yeah, this might extend. This might keep us from a tragedy, okay? Elon's going to have a lot of work to do at this point.
Thank God this has delayed the Clone Wars by at least another 10 years. Thank God for that.
That's an excellent question. Elon has been talking about killing himself on Fox News for some time now. With the loss of so many years of hard work in the explosion, he's become even more despondent.
What an evil thing to do. What a creep. What a jerk.
But Elon...
I mean, that, if I could have kept him going till that point, then you could really convince people.
Evil jerk. Destroyed all my work, jerking.
If you get somebody to believe the video up till that point, that clip's actually real. So you know, this could seal the deal.
Even more despondent.
What an evil thing to do.
He said this thing.
I can't wait for my
What a
grandma
joke.
to watch this.
But Elon has also made it clear that he will not take his own life until he gets to say his in-person goodbyes to those closest to him. While it's a very short list of people that obviously doesn't include any of his children, it does include his closest friend, who was recently hospitalized.
His closest friend, Cat Turd.
They really went for the throat with this one, man.
I'm surprised he lets this one make rounds on his website.
Was this posted on Twitter, of all places?
Yeah, of course. Shouts out to Terminal Mode on Twitter. It's down there in the bottom right. He said, "This is a guy, dude. This is a guy."
Hospitalized again for another bowel obstruction.
Elon and Cat Turd, too, are incredibly good friends. They might even be each other's only friends. Maybe only friends would have been a better name for Twitter, you know, because Elon has no friends in real life, and it's incredibly sad. It's no wonder why he's constantly thinking about killing himself.
Jesus.
I think your Trump impression's better than this AI, to be honest. I mean, give him a taste, Kevin. Give him
We're
a taste.
getting there. It's hard to do a Trump about gallons of sperm.
Elon, don't worry, okay? They might have exploded that whole plant worth of your sperm, but don't forget, okay? Our money is now backed by your gallons of sperm. We got rid of the gold a long time ago, okay? Now it's an Elon standard.
That's what's in Fort Knox. Folks, we finally got into Fort Knox, and instead of gold, it was bullions full of frozen Elon's essence is what was written on it. All of it. Every single one. It says Elon's essence.
He's like, anytime a fort's locked up like that, and I can get it unlocked, I gotta fill it up with something, okay? Elon's out here unlocking all kinds of forts, okay?
Elon told me, he who controls the clones controls the future. So joke's on you, Elon. I have your sperm in the basement of Fort Knox.
Of course, we all want to see it happen, but sadly, I don't think he'll be killing himself this week.
On the upside, Elon is so unhinged now that he may kill himself anywhere without warning. It could happen right here on Fox and Friends or even on Sean Hannity's show. For
His next appearance on Fox could be his last. Oh, boy. Keep it coming.
God.
Keep it coming, Terminal Mode, okay? That was great. At Terminal_mode on Twitter. What a guy, okay? Love that.
This might have completely changed my opinion on AI. So James and I are going to have a conversation before the next dweeb stream.
I'll probably upset you with this then, because we've got a whole thread. This kind of put me on the tip. After I saw this, I was like, dude, this is kind of crazy. Like, that one's not even good. That one's like good to a point. It's hilarious. You want it to be real. But like, there are definitely cracks in the realism there.
I don't know which parts about that you want to be real, Danny, but I think we should. I get what you're going for.
Anyways, I won't correct myself. Whatever. But it is getting to the point. Like we've kind of talked about it on the show, and like we've looked at a few. We looked at the old Will Smith spaghetti thing, and that thing that's 2 years ago. We looked at the Will Smith spaghetti AI 2 years ago. Then we looked at a year later and how crazy it looked then. Now we're fucking 2 years out from that shit. And I mean, grandmas are those sweet cherries we were talking about earlier. They're all getting fooled on Facebook. Okay. Every single sweet cherry hanging low is getting fooled by this shit on Facebook. Check out some of these. Okay. Like this one's kind of funny because this is some self-aware street interviews. Okay.
Honestly, the biggest red flag is when the guy believes in the prompt theory. Like, really? We came from prompts? Wake up, man. Honestly,
wake up, man. It kind of looks like our executive producer. Is that what is that her?
Wow.
Paul and Spring?
Good to finally meet you, boss.
I
didn't pay enough attention to the background to see if that one was good, but the auto-generated transcript kind of helped out because what it believes in the props throry.
Well, yeah, Hinosit, the Tobigst red flag. Yeah, it's amazing how they can get the face so right, but they can't get the captions. Oh, dear Lord. Or like, here's some
You said forever,
opera.
and I believed you. Now forever's just...
What? Range. Dude, a jazz singer who also does the opera.
I mean, I feel like you can see some of these. Some of these are like not as impressive as the others. Like this one's pretty her howling right there was pretty noticeable, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you do both of those things very well, you're going to sound like RFK by the time you're 50, dude. Your vocal cords can only take so much range, my guy. Come on, AI. Use your brain. What's wrong with you?
I accidentally exit out of that thread. There's tons of them, though. It gets crazy. Like, this is like a stand-up bit, okay? This shit is just getting too real for me.
Oh,
like,
so we can have like a lifelike egg-looking stew. That's great. We can have a fourth egg now. We can have AI Stew come onto the show.
Stu, that's his name?
Yeah, that's our Dweeb's Autobot. That's Stu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He can help us cover the bathroom breaks.
With a handsome man, and then he brings up the prompt theory. Yuck. We just can't have nice things. Imagine you're in the middle of a nice date with a handsome man, and then he brings up the prompt theory. Yuck. We just can't have nice things.
Yeah, timing's a little off, but
other than like the prompt theory, like what she's actually saying is pretty bullshit, but I mean, it looks impressive. It looks impressive. And that's
she's like Robin Schabotsky.
It does like make me think, like, when do we get to the point where there aren't real commercials? Like, people that do commercials are fucked. If that was your job, if your job was like a Hollywood commercial guy, like you're a studio that people came to for commercials, prompt theory is like a slur in AI. But
AI voice actors, great. That'll be just what a great experience to have a robot read a book to you. That sounds phenomenal.
Well, it's going to be like, they're going to get us on shit that you won't be able to tell as much or won't care to tell as much. Like I was saying, like commercials, like we already don't look at them anyways. So it's very easy for somebody that would normally pay, $10K for a commercial to just be like, type it in on fucking Grok 5 or whatever, and it pumps out something like this for their fucking medicine. Like a commercial, they never needed somebody to shoot a commercial again. And then you were saying voice acting. Like, imagine when it comes to cartoons where you don't see anybody. It's fucking it's cartoons. So it's so easy for them to just use a fucking voice that has been made. And like, there will be editors on shows like that. So if you think it's a kid's show, if they get the AI to say something or whatever, somebody's going to probably review it. Oh, they didn't say that thing too convincingly there. Let's reshoot that. Let's get the AI to spit that line out again. It's going to be shit like that. We're never going to be able to tell. I feel like they're going to fucking get us. We're fucked.
That is wild. That maybe Kang brings up our only potential saving grace is anyone who is lazy enough to go that route, or maybe a bit incompetent as well, will maybe make some obvious mistakes, like leaving their Chat GPT prompt in the book. Oh, that's what happens when you automate the whole thing. They kind of have that with text-to-speech on phones. Yeah, and there's more and more voices that have been added. That's where I am and we're gonna end up in like a Ready Player One future, which sucks, man. That movie was not great. And this whole idea that everything's just gonna be already famous dead people getting roles. Like you're just gonna have, it gets bad now with the Star Wars bringing Princess Leia back from the dead and Tarkin and all that stuff. It's gonna be all we get. Like I can't wait for Rocky 7 starring AI Sylvester Stallone. It's gonna be a prequel to Rocky 4 or something stupid.
At least from what I read on, I mean, I guess I never researched it, but I've read this on Twitter or something where because that Fortnite thing, people were like, oh, they're doing the Fortnite Darth Vader AI generated experience or whatever, and people were freaking out about it. But James Earl Jones like gave over his voice, right? I'm pretty sure that he made like a deal with Disney where he was like, Vader is my voice is too connected to Vader. There's not like, you can't separate the two. So he's like, go ahead and use my voice for anything. So that's how I think they have the rights to use his like AI generate his voice, because he said do it. And as long as there's shit like that, I mean, we're fucked. We're cooked.
Yeah,
these people are gonna die. These people are gonna die, and then somebody's gonna they're gonna sign off, like they're gonna sign off the rights. Their family is gonna sign off the rights to their fucking likeness.
Yeah, because even if they don't, their estate
can
just do it. So you're going to have one of two things. Either I want to leave this behind as a future revenue stream for my family, so I'm going to give my consent to use my famous voice for the rest of time. Or like you said, that depending on who inherits the estate, they're going to say, well, I can't wait to not have to ever work again because Disney can just AI dad's voice whenever they want, and I'll get a payday for it. Yeah, I think we're cooked, man.
I agree with
all artists should enjoy being hobbyists, because if you're not doing it for the love of the game, you're probably not going to be doing it for very long.
I agree with Kanga here. Like, if they have consent, I mean, I guess it is whatever. Like, what can I say if James Earl Jones gave his consent? I don't necessarily think that's a good thing to do. You know, like, I wish he didn't. But ultimately, yeah, since he gave consent, it's like, what can I say? They can do whatever they want. But if it turns into this thing that everybody does, you know what I mean? It's like, it just becomes ridiculous at some point. Nobody can come up with original ideas anymore. It's all about fucking, let's rehash Darth Vader for the 100th time because we have the original Darth Vader AI voice or whatever. And it costs like 10 cents for them to fucking produce a show or whatever. I don't know. It's just all bad news. It's just all bad news. Watch this. This is just a pharmaceutical.
I tried everything for my depression. Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried peppermint.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we've found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up at your doorstep.
But you know what I'm saying? Damn. Like, something as simple as commercials are absolutely demolished. Like, that career is gone, flushed down the toilet, gone. You will never be a commercial creator in Hollywood again. Because it was already something that no one watched or paid attention to. It's always something that you're fast forwarding through or fucking you're dividing your attention from. Okay. Nobody gives a fuck about commercials. So these companies are, they're going to fucking do their AI commercials. There's never going to be a real commercial ever again. And I do agree. We need some pupperin or whatever on the show.
Yeah. Sign me up.
So there you go. There's our trip through the AI. Now we're taking another trip. Okay. A trip through Cameo. Okay. And specifically Bo Black's cameo. Okay. We're going to see some of the Bo Black's cameos. Now, here is the unfortunate bit.
Damn it.
My cameo has not been fulfilled yet. So we're still waiting on our Boblax cameo, but we can extend this series, okay? It's just a little series. We've got a couple Boblax cameos that I found on Twitter that are pretty funny. You're going to have to wait with bated breath till next week for our Boblax cameo. But honestly, what I was thinking, Kev, and it didn't cross my mind until earlier today when I was, looking through my email to hopefully see my cameo. I ordered one 2 days ago or whatever, or 3 days ago. I think it was 3 days ago on Thursday. I need to get you to order one and I'll pay for it. Like after the show today, I want you to go to Cameo and order, don't tell me what it is. I just want you to do your own, and then I'll Venmo you or Cash App you or whatever. The show will pay for your cameo. Cause I want to know, I just want to do this endlessly. This is great.
I can do it under a fake name though, right? I don't want any of that I don't want there to ever be any proof that I've given Boblax money. All right, we'll find one of those.
Whatever you want to do.
One-time use digital cards. Can never be traced back to me.
The show will cover it, okay? The show will cover cost of operations or whatever there. But,
good, because I can't afford that $7 hit.
They're on sale right now, $10, okay?
I was like, damn, dude, there goes lunch.
Maggot's sending him a DM. Hey! Send him a DM right now. Tell him to do my cameo so we can watch it on the show. I'll buy a new one immediately, right after if he does.
Ooh.
Or you could just tell him that we'll send him a link. He can come on the show right now and just give us a live viewing.
Submit our own if we get them. Oh boy.
Yes.
Well, I guess we
absolutely.
can't really stop you, can we?
Yes. Please, everyone. I mean, there's nothing better than this, okay? Where we might be taking the piss and laughing about whatever we're making Boblax say, but he's also making Skrilla, okay? So who can complain, Yeah, we might be making some jokes here and there or whatever, but he's making the fine cashioli. I feel like that's perfectly fine business there, a business transaction.
Hey, speaking of a fine business transaction, thank you, Kangalope. Super sticker.
Oh, you know what? I'll say anything for $5, okay? So, you tell me what you want me to say.
Yeah, instant cameo. Go. You're on the clock.
Hello, Kanga's dad. Happy Father's Day to you. Okay? I'm sure you're a great man and you deserve the best Father's Day. Okay? So shouts out to Kanga's dad. This is my Father's Day $5 cameo.
Nice.
From the Clout route.
Okay.
Kevin, say hi.
Hello. Happy Father's Day.
There you go, Kanga. You got one.
I hear you're pretty
That's how
cool.
we do business here. All right, listen to this. Okay, so it says, congrats on coming out at Confusing Opinion. I don't know who any of these, there's a bunch of these younger commentary dudes, like this Confusing Opinion and Spondyle or whatever. I've seen that Spondyle dude for a long time in commentary, but there's just some of these younger dudes that I don't really know anything about them, and they're fucking relentless jokers, dude. This Spondyle is always busting Boblax's balls no matter what. They're like little commentary A-loggers, Spondyle.
He's a troll. Okay. Noted. Okay, we might redo that cameo because I'll take any excuse to do the Bane voice.
Hey, shout out Spencer. I'm so glad that you have finally been able to come out as your true self, the woman you were always meant to be, and start your transition. I hope it goes well for you, and I wish you the best of luck.
That's a very genuine smile. Could you tell? I could feel it through the screen how genuine that was. I feel like he really cares.
I'm glad he gets $10 for this, at least.
Same, dude. If someone's willing to pay it.
Whatever, I guess. Do your thing, bro. Make your money. But this is the most fucking cringe thing I've ever seen in my life. I hope to God. I think these guys are obviously busting his balls and trolling, right? I hope he knows. I think he does, probably.
I would hope.
I think he's aware enough that he's like, you know, every one of these he's getting pretty much is some dude fucking busting his balls.
It's got to be part of it, right? Like,
I don't know. It's just so cringe, dude.
oh, is this another kink? Is this another humiliation kink?
Oh, I hope that's not the case.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it, Danny. You know, it's okay.
There is. I have to be okay. We have to be consenting. We have to be consenting.
Well, I guess
to
that's
kinks,
true.
Okay, you can't just like get me and rope me into your little weird humiliation kink without me knowing. You
can't kink spring, dude. Don't spring that shit on me like that.
Kink spring. Yeah, what
I
he
do
said.
not consent. Okay, hang on. Actually, a little retroactive. Sorry, I was late. But you know what? Also, probably, yeah. Just gonna disavow.
There's another one here. Hold on. We've got another cameo. But then after this cameo, we actually have some Bo Blacks. Like, he went on, believe it or not, I honestly, when I saw this, I was like, I can't even believe he did this. But he went on Augie's stream to talk about his drama and shit, which, like, to me, it seemed like Augie was his biggest critic and like making fun of him more than anybody, him and Nick. So the idea that Bo Blacks would then go on his show and like talk to them at all, I don't even know. It doesn't make sense to me. Based, I guess. Yeah,
dude.
Based along with this
Did
along
he
with
stream
this
it on his side too?
cameos based. Probably not.
Bad business then.
On being bisexual. That's awesome. Now everyone knows that you like peen and vagine. Very good choice because there's pleasure in both. And it's awesome that now everyone finally knows. You can tell the world.
Okay, hey, easy on the Trump impression.
Congratulations.
I mean,
he likes peen and vagine, this guy.
This is
You heard him.
funny.
You heard him say it. He just said both were pleasurable.
Is he like doing some good acting here? Is that what it is? Or is it actually, I just can't figure out if this is like genuine cringe or if he's like leaning into it being cringe. You know what I mean? Like, is this just him being him and it's naturally cringy? Or is he trying to be cringy? You know what I mean?
He's putting some extra cheese on it.
Okay.
I think. But
Okay.
maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but I think he's leaning into it a little bit.
Poland Spring, we actually this is the cameo that I bought from Bo Blacks. Wait, what did you miss? It's right here, okay? Pay attention. I bought this cameo from Bo Blacks. I says my executive producer of my show is going through some important stuff here, and I wanted to congratulate Poland Spring, okay? I gave him your real name though.
Caleb, congrats
Caleb.
on being bisexual. That's awesome. Now everyone knows that you like peen and vagine.
Right?
Very
Everybody
good choice
knows.
because there's pleasure in both. And it's awesome that now everyone finally knows. You can tell the world.
I'm sorry that I doxed you with the Caleb thing, Poland, but
Sorry, Caleb.
Sorry, Caleb, but I just couldn't help myself.
That you are bisexual. And congratulations. Enjoy all that
This is why she
meat
plays
out there,
softball.
all that human meat that you now apparently can loudly and proudly proclaim enjoyment over.
What the fuck
Anytime-
is this?
Yes, being bisexual is great. Congrats.
Dude,
That-
smoke all
that-
the weed you want. Maybe just ease up like an hour before you start recording the cameos would be just a little bit of my advice.
The ending here is fucking insano. The ending is
Oh, yeah,
insano,
that's the
dude.
weird part.
This is so like, if he is really putting on a show and this is like him being cringe, hats off to you, Bo Blacks, because this is like
Apparently can loudly and proudly proclaim enjoyment over
this.
any type.
What's up with the
Yes, being bisexual is great.
what's up with the
Congrats.
pause? Oh,
Was that his like, since you're bisexual? Huh? See
I
any-
feel dirty.
huh?
I need to take a shower after that.
Welcome to the
one.
party, pal.
It's way too sexual. I mean, I guess they're talking about the person's now bisexual. So, yeah, I mean, you can get into the, I mean, sexual was in the request, but man, he's, oh, God. Oh, my God, Bo Blacks. But like I was saying, there was some drama with him. Well, there's been drama with Bo Blacks, obviously. You guys all know. And Augie has been doing this like multi-day stream thing, whatever. Ugh, God, stop talking in the chat, guys. That's nasty. But Augie's been doing this multi-day stream thing, whatever. I don't care. I saw this by Critical Shogun, though. Bo Blacks just confirmed all those secret alt accounts to AstroTurf and promote himself are in fact his. So this was pretty interesting to me, Kevin. I kind of want to see what you thought, but what's Caleb might be bisexual, which is an attraction to purchasing weird cameos.
There it is, dude.
Yeah, we're getting a little too adult today, Paul says, but
whoops.
Sorry. Congrats on coming out as bi, though. Let's listen to this. I thought this was very, very interesting.
It was Comic Cop. Like you've been to this for IRLs about that.
Sure,
it just seems like what? Like are these like?
But maybe not like saying Comic Cop. I'm like, there's this guy in an alt account, you know, because they're not like into drama shit.
Well, you have quite a few alt accounts yourself that you've been caught using, like Stone Dagger and things like that.
So, with context here a little bit. Basically, Bo Blacks was blasted on Twitter for having an alt account that was the Stone Dagger thing or whatever on Reddit, where he would go on like the H3 subreddit and other subreddits and be like, Bobby is the best. Here, check out this video. Or Bobby was right about commentary. Here, he's the best. You know, of course, Bobby's right. And so they're asking him like, oh, you have alt accounts too that you fuck around on like Stone Dagger or whatever on Reddit.
And Softball Stud 07.
And Softball Stud 07. But here we'll hear him talk. Shout out to Abby Blackbird in the chat there. We still use that Abby Blackbird trailer. Thank you for that. We need a new trailer. Anybody else I'll pay somebody money if they want to make us a new trailer. If Abby wants to make us a new trailer, I'll pay her money for it. I didn't pay her for the initial one. She just did it. That was nice of her. Anyways.
Caught using like a Stone Dagger and things like that. I mean,
sure, yeah.
I don't know. It's a little rich.
Do
for
you not
to
have second Twitter accounts, second Reddit accounts, or whatever?
Actually, no.
Anonymously.
I have a secret YouTube account that. Well, it's not a secret YouTube. It's my personal YouTube account.
Do.
Right. Most YouTubers have alt accounts that they sneak around on.
Yeah.
Self-promote in the
sneak
third
around
person.
On?
I mean, I don't know. You were posting the what was he posting on there?
He was on the H3 subreddit, like promoting himself in the third person. Like,
yeah.
Bobby's doing this, Bobby's doing that, as if he was like someone else.
Yeah, like
or
a couple
something.
times to boost engagement on Reddit. Everyone's
Like,
doing that from time to
I don't
time.
think people pretend that there's.
So basically, they're getting him to admit here that he was that Stone Dagger account and that he was going on Reddit and promoting himself. And Bo Blacks is kind of just like, doesn't everybody have alt accounts that they promote themselves on? And, you know, like, I haven't, okay. So I have the Clout Route account. I'm just being honest. This is my situation.
Ooh, alt watch.
I have the Clout Route account. Then I have my, like, the Twitter that I made, you know, decades ago now or whatever it was. That was my initial, like, me getting on Twitter. Okay. So that is technically an alt account. I never use it aside from retweeting the stuff that we do on the show, because the only people that follow me on that account are like people that I know personally from like even back in the day. You know, this is people I don't even talk to anymore at all, really, but I just reposted on that account because it's like some of my friends still follow that account, whatever. So like I do that kind of thing that I feel like isn't too weird, but I don't like go on that account and then go to Bo Blacks' comment and be like, if you like Bo Blacks, you should check out Clout Route or whatever.
Yeah, you do go there, dude. Clout Route had the best take on this. Here's the timestamp.
Right.
My name's
like,
Steve, by the way.
There's no shame in the game. Like, I feel like promote yourself how you promote yourself. Do your thing. I'm not really that judgmental about that. I don't think it's that weird that he's promoting himself on an all account. Because then it seems like it's organic promotion, right? From a real fan. That's fine. I feel like that's appropriate, but I don't think that everyone does it. I don't think that everyone does it. I don't think that everyone has a secret alt account that they do promotion for themselves on. I don't think that that's necessarily true, Kevin. Do you?
I have a dozen. That's why I'm never on any of my main social medias, because I'm so busy with all my alts.
Oh, right. And I don't got time.
Yeah, you can only. I have my priorities in line, and that's what's important.
But all right, here.
Someone else, they just posted themselves.
Right.
They just like, as Boblax, you just post your own video.
Why does it matter which one I do it as?
It's just a strange thing.
It's just kind of weird.
Like,
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, there
it's
you
like
go.
a weird thing. And also that you were talking shit about commentary and Turkey Tom before the fallout happened. Like you're posting like Bobby was always right about commentary in like July of 2020.
I love that move. That move specifically really makes me chuckle. Is like if I got on an account, totally unassociated account to promote us or whatever, and I said like the Clout Route is always right about everything. Like seriously, if you want real and good quality news, a news source that you can trust, the Clout Route is the way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of funny. I mean, Bo Blacks was always right. I do love that.
That's actually, you guys, you're selling me on this. I can't wait to have an alt account.
24.
Like in third person, you're just like posting yourself up there.
Oh yeah. I was pissed off at how Tom was reacting to the non-binary tweet.
Yeah.
I ranted to you about that, Connor. I ranted to Nick.
I know,
about
well,
it,
that's
and
more
yeah,
normal. It's a little bit strange to talk.
Yeah, that's
as if
definitely
you're a third
weird.
person.
Yeah, I was manic. Yeah, you definitely do weird things when you're
Well,
manic.
this was more than just you were self-promoting as the third person. This whole content,
Okay, the
this whole account.
I don't
Well, no,
really.
the whole account
I
was
see
like a
those as
different
kinda
person to
like
you.
a bit of a world apart, right?
The whole
Promoting
account
one
was
of
a
your
different person to
videos
you.
versus
In your
whole
mind,
account.
when you were logged in as Stone Dagger, in your mind you were a different person. Whether it was self-promoting or whether it was shitty talking on commentary, you were acting as if you were a different person promoting Bobby every time you did something.
Sure.
Which is strange. It's
Yeah, like a 3 video. Yeah, I promote.
Which, I mean, ultimately, when we talk about all this, it's like, that's maybe the biggest criticism that you can lob at him for that specifically. Like if we're talking about the alt accounts and him promoting himself on alt accounts, like the most you can really say about it is like, it's kind of weird, right? I guess like that's all they can say. It is kind of weird, I guess. It is kind of weird, but that's really like where the criticism for that's as far as you can go, right? I don't think it's like wrong or criminal or egregious that he's doing it. Weird, certainly, but maybe not even weird. I don't know. Like
pretty
certain
standard
aspects
Bo
of
Black
it,
behavior.
certain aspects of it are weird, but like saying what I said specifically, like, oh, Bo Blacks was always right. That's kind of weird. It's funny. It's kind of weird. But like, if you were just retweeting yourself or like sharing your stuff on a different account, like, I don't know. That's just, I don't even know if that's weird. That's just like something some people do. Not everybody.
Derek Savage, Neil Breen levels of self-promotion. Honestly, this whole thing just makes me wish that Bo Blacks was a filmmaker, because just imagine, or an author, you know, just going in there writing his own Amazon reviews. It'd be great. Like it makes me wish he did more art, because then I would probably have a lot more fun looking into these alts where it's like getting into the self-promotion.
Well, he does some art.
Those are some of my favorite kind of characters. I would watch a 20-minute video essay about that, but
you don't think Miss Manji is art?
Well, that's subjective, isn't it? but no.
He does some art.
Not
you
for
could,
me.
You could
Dog.
you could look at that and laugh or whatever you want to. What are you talking about, Kevin? He does art, okay? I'm not accepting your premise now.
He's the carrot top of our generation.
He kind of looks like him. Anyways, speaking of creating art, okay, let's get into it. The ultimate art here, okay?
What time are we talking about?
The Rizzler for Yuri Sports 2025. Okay, check it out. They call this, the kids these days, they call it aura farming, Kevin. Okay, aura farming. Who would have guessed that terms from video game terms from like 2005 WoW are now just slang for kids these days. Like, we're aura farming. You're farming. Clout farming.
Wild. I don't know that there's that much aura to be farmed these days.
He's farming. Is that not farming?
Maybe you're aura prospecting. I'm just saying there's not a lot of aura to go around in 2025. So you can farm it all you want. Just like Luke Skywalker being a moisture farmer in Tatooine, man. It's gonna be a hard living.
They're getting ready to ship him off somewhere, but I feel like that a package like that is too heavy for the USPS.
I want that scarf though, if we're being honest.
This kind of shit. I mean, it's funny.
That's some Met Gala shit right there.
Right. It's funny because it's the Rizzler. It's this fucking little 9-year-old that they're wrapping in fucking bubble wrap or whatever. But like, are we fucked? I hate when they do this. When like artists just do this weird performative shit and call it art. Like, this is like taping a banana to the wall and then being like putting your name under it and like a little plaque. You know what I mean? It's like, look at the art I created. It's like, you fucking put this kid in some bubble wrap. What is this? This is Yuri Sports? Can I buy this? Is this a fucking is this like a football gear or something? Is this
this is a flag football uniform for helicopter parents that really want their kids to fit in, but couldn't stand the idea of them twisting an ankle.
Overprotective soccer moms. These are the same people that put plastic on all their furniture or whatever.
And label everyone's drinks.
Yeah. Okay.
No, don't drink that. That's Connor's.
What is this? A relative said my margarita looked bussin' at dinner the other night, so I hit him with the on God, cuz no cap. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck? That's so funny. It's one child. It's the Rizzler, maggot. It's one child. The Rizzler's dad is exploiting him for money.
Yeah, probably, right? Danny, that's a good question. This is one of two things. Either the coolest life a young kid could ever live, or just kind of awful and getting forced to do shit you don't want to do by your parents.
See,
which
like,
one do you think it is?
90s child actors, like, they all look like that they're grinning and smiling through the pain, okay? Like a Justin Timberlake or a Britney Spears or a Miley Cyrus or whatever. Most of those times when those people were like at public events or engagements and shit, they look like they're like smiling through the pain. Like, behind their, glowing smiles and happy demeanor is like they're going through some shit. Psychologically, they're fucked.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know about Rizzler's dad, but if you've seen the behind the scene clips of Big Boom, AJ or whatever, and his kid, like, that kid's not having a great time. I feel like that kid just wants to make his dad happy. He wanted to, like, he was having fun at first, but now you watch his dad micromanage him. It's like that baby Gronk kid's dad. Where it's the male equivalent to a pageant parent, right? Where it's just like, take after take after take. No, you did it wrong. You're supposed to say double chocolate chunk cook. Like, bro, you are a meme. You are taking it way too seriously.
Well,
honestly, it'd probably be more endearing if you just let the kid be a kid and not fucking train him down to do this same stupid bit over and over again.
I think you're exactly right. I think that's why there's a difference here. I think what you're saying is true, and that guy sucks. The fucking chocolate.
Oh, he definitely sucks, dude.
Those guys suck. They suck. But what I was gonna say, like, I don't think the Rizzler is like smiling through the pain. Like, I think that this kid is actually having fun. Like, all the clips I see of the Rizzler and him doing his shtick and him doing his thing, it looks like he's like he doesn't look like he's doing that thing where he's smiling through the pain. Like, he looks like he's genuinely having a good time being just, I mean, he's aura farming. Like they said, look at this guy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this guy. Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at him. Okay.
What did V-Dub say? He looks 9 and 60 at the same time. Like, that photo, that last one before this one on the stilts, he looked like he had seen some shit, man. It's been a long 9 years.
And so I was saying this to Kevin before we started today, because I thought it like, if I would have saw the Rizzler's photo shoot or whatever that we just looked at,
right,
like, this would be like one that we maybe would reference in a joke or whatever. And then I'd have to bring it up and show you real quick, or just like in passing. I'm like, did you see the Rizzler's fucking photo shoot or whatever? And we laugh about it. Like, this isn't like drama or anything that I'm pressed to talk about. But when I saw this, I was like, I actually want to talk about the Rizzler and his photo shoot now, because that's kind of stuff makes me laugh. Yeet says, bro is clout chasing off 9-year-olds now. And there's this clip of Connor Eats Pants had the Rizzler on his Fortnite show or whatever, and they're talking. We'll look at the clip. But Hasan says the children yearn for commodification of housing. I think they do. I think the children do yearn for that. Honestly,
I hope they yearn for the mines.
We all yearn for that, right? I mean, but specifically, I wanted to bring this up and talk about the Rizzler because I think it's funny. It's like, there is a point where Hasan now, everybody hates him so much. He's moved into this realm where he can't do anything anymore without being criticized. I think this is one of the funnier ones. Like, we're really going to, Yeet gets so petty with it. Okay. He's going to bust his balls about quote tweeting a clip of the Rizzler. Be like, dude, this guy's clout farming off of a 9-year-old or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, you might be onto something. That's a bit of a reach, but
I do love it though. I love the pettiness. Like, that's why.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it kind of feels earned, doesn't it? Like, if you're always disingenuous in your arguments and you start, I mean, they're just using Hasan's tactics on him now. So I love it.
So check this out. This is what he was talking about. And I think that every kid is like this. Like, every kid, as a kid, when you're thinking about like your parents paying bills or whatever, the ultimate solution for a kid to come up with is like, oh, well, why do we even have to have bills? Why would we just not, like, why can't we just have food? And why can't we just have a house? Shouldn't people just have, like, that's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, a kid is, with simple thoughts, is going to come to that conclusion every time, I feel like. So I don't think this is weird what the Rizzler's saying. Like, this isn't that he's been brainwashed at a young age to be some leftoid freak by his overbearing parents. I think it's just simple kid thought coming to a simple kid conclusion. But here, you can see if you agree with me or not. Let's listen.
Can you believe they're raising my rent, Rizzler?
That's crazy.
Right? I thought rent control
This
is
is
a
why I
thing.
need to be president.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
So I can only, so the rent would only be $45.
$45 rent nationwide, dude. That's
dude, yeah, you got my vote.
And for people that don't have a home, I'll make it free for them. And I'll go to the country, to the people that don't have homes, I'll sell them a free home.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're gonna fleece me for my $45, but some other bum gets to just live somewhere for free because he's a bum.
The kids haven't quite got a grasp on taxes and how that works.
Come on, dude. I can't stand this guy and his divisive rhetoric. Always a politician.
Ah, fuck's sake.
Always a politician. I do think I need a couple more people for my Fortnite squad, though. So I might link up with them and hear more
The
about his
Rizzler's going to
policies.
carry your ass.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's got to. And we're doing zero build, by the way, because fuck that, dude. I'm not dealing with all that.
I don't even know what you're saying anymore.
Build Thunderdome around me so you can kill me while I'm sitting here trying to switch from the floor to a wall piece. Fuck off. Get out of here.
All right, folks, it's halftime. There's your Rizzler catch up. I actually have a little more for the Rizzler, but that will be for me and Kevin's overlapped here. But let me read our fine shout out, folks. Let me let Kevin take his exit stage left if he needs to. Okay.
Let's go. Zero build squad. I'll be back.
Zero build squad. So at halftime, I always like to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for watching. Leave us a like. Okay. That's the kind of shit helps, I guess. So do that if you haven't, click the little like thing. We'd appreciate it. And we appreciate you just being here, though. Watching, listening, talking in the chat, whatever you're doing, sending us $5 super stickers like Kanga. Hell yeah, we appreciate that too. So extra thanks to Kanga today, but shouts out to our members, okay? Our Clout Route members, the ones supporting us financially. We appreciate all of you, but these guys get a little extra shout out from us since they're willing to throw us some Skrilla. Pest at the top here, Cornstill, Kangalope, Headbug Inc., Kia Cat, Rapid Danger, and Sleek the Geek. Shouts out to y'all. We appreciate you. But like I said, if you're here, we love you. Okay? We get it. I don't pay some of the crazy people I listen to online either because, they got to be deserving of it. Right? I don't know. What am I saying? And there goes any donation I ever get again. Okay? They've got to be deserving of it. And y'all are just like, oh, well, they got to be deserving of it to get the money. Okay, well, then I'm never paying this guy. But while Kevin's gone and when he comes back, he can weigh in. This is something I wanted to show. Following up with the Rizzler, okay? The Rizzler dropped his letterbox top 4 on Fortnite Friday, what we were just watching. And here is his top 4, okay? The Goonies, Thunderbolts, the League of Super Pets DC movie, and Batman. So he's a big comic book guy, apparently. Okay. Batman, the League of Super Pets, Thunderbolts. He likes the comic book stuff. Now, in my experience, if I'm weighing in on the Rizzler's top 4 here, the only movie I've fucking seen, this is how out of touch I am now, is The Goonies, okay? Which I'm surprised that he's got The Goonies on his list. Like, not surprised that a kid would love The Goonies because, of course, it's like the perfect movie for a child. And a child with a big imagination, especially, love The Goonies. But I would think that that's way too old, out of his age range. You know what I mean? Like, Dad must have came in and been like, I got the perfect movie for you to watch, The Goonies. The rest of these are like, he probably saw Super Pets like come up on Netflix or something. He's like, okay, we're going to check that out. I really like that cartoon. I mean, that's a kid thing. That makes sense. But the Batman, and this is the Pattinson one. This is the newest one that I have not seen. So I don't know what to say with that. And Thunderbolts I have not seen yet. So maybe Kevin has a little bit more to weigh in on than I do here. But I will say at the very least, the fact that he's got the Goonies in the top 4, the kid's got his head on straight, I feel like. I can't say anything about the other 3, but I feel like they can't be that bad, and he's got the Goonies on here. That's a plus for me, but he's clearly done the truffle shuffle. Dad's got him to do the truffle shuffle a couple times, I'm sure, but go ahead, Kevin. I want you to weigh in on the Rizzler's top 4 to everybody. Okay.
Well, I'm only familiar with half of them. Goonies, I think that one probably came from Dad, right? That's I don't know if a kid his age is watching Goonies on his own and hearing about it. So that was probably one of his first favorite movies. The Batman was pretty good. I liked it, but I didn't love it, and I really wanted to love it because as a real nerd for Batman stuff, I had always wanted. I was like, well, he's the world's greatest detective. Let's have a movie where he does some detectiving. Wouldn't that be cool? It's like they have this whole genre of the noir, and you could just do a Batman noir film, and wouldn't that just be so awesome? And it was good, but it wasn't awesome. There were certain things I really liked about it. Hearing the same Nirvana song 38 times in 2 hours certainly was a little draining for me.
Is that the
But
Batman?
generally, yeah. Generally speaking, I think it's a good movie. There were things I would have liked to have seen it done differently, but it's quality. It wouldn't crack my top 4, but it's when I was his age, all 4 of my top 4 would have been Batman movies. So I get it. It's just interesting. Imagine that being the Batman you got at 9 years old, Danny. We had like the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Ice Age, and Jim Carrey and all this like really over the top cheesy stuff. And these guys had like 7, but with Batman.
I'm just reviewing chat here a little bit, and Maggot's take made me laugh. Goonies mid, Batman ooh, and no idea what the other 2 are. Nice. Goonies mid, huh? Huh.
Dude, it's tough for me.
I feel like mid is as like that's as low as you can go with it, and me still be fine with the opinion, with the take. You know what I mean? Like
anything beyond that is blasphemy. It's a personal attack.
I do think that if somebody said like the Goonies is bad, that's offensive a little bit. It's like, do you have a soul? And Maggot might say no. I mean, she might. I think she might say that, honestly. She might say, fuck a soul. Okay, fuck the Goonies too. But no, I don't know. If you say the Goonies is bad, that's something else.
It's tough for me to go back. If I liked something a lot as a kid, I try to not watch it now as an adult. I don't want it to be ruined for me because I used to be absolutely terrified by the made-for-TV version of It. And then one time it was on TV in my 20s, and I had a couple of beers, and I was like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. And it just kind of ruined it for me. Like I had all this reverence for this thing that I enjoyed so much when I was young and just pissed it all away, that now if there's something that I liked way back when and I haven't seen it in a long time, I'm probably just not going to watch it. So Goonies is up there. I will very likely never watch Goonies again and just be like, oh yeah, I remember it. It was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But I don't go back to,
you might be on to something because I haven't seen it in a long time. And now that you say that, I am kind of nervous that if I
just remember, most kids are idiots. I say that as a former kid.
Yeah.
We don't really know what's good. We're just like, oh, that's bright colors. You're like half drooling. Wait, what? You're probably eating soggy cereal on the floor. This is awesome.
Is it that, Kevin, or are we just losing our soul?
What's a soul? Yeah, I don't know. Been looking for one of those.
I think that might be why. I think I might be correct in my original statement. Okay. I said that if you say it's bad that you don't have a soul, I think that that's true. And I think that there's a risk that if I watch it now as an adult, I might think that it's bad. And you know what that means? I've lost my soul, Kevin.
Ooh.
So it might be a good thing not to watch it again, because I might come to a realization that I don't enjoy, that my soul has been sold.
Self-own.
Is that what I did?
I think so.
Imagine being offended by my rating and then having to come back.
I'm sticking with it.
Okay. I said I don't know. Okay, Maggot. I said I don't know. Maybe if I watch it as an adult, I might think that you're right, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna, promote your Goonies hate any longer. Okay, I'm over it. All right. So there's the Rizzler's top 4. Don't talk shit about the Goonies, biatch. Anyway, let's see. What do I want to get into? So, Kevin, got a couple Ohio clips that we're going to get into, but I wanted to ask you this one, okay? How genuine? Now, this one's not AI as far as I know, but that doesn't mean that it's not bullshit. So we are here to judge as per usual. Is this clip bullshit or not bullshit? Wes BTW, Wes, by the way, finds out he tested positive for HIV and ends his stream. Okay, so Kevin.
Spoiler alert, dude. You buried the lead. Why do I need to watch the clip now?
Because you're because I know that your initial instinct would be to say that it's fake, obviously, but I want you to watch, maybe his reaction and his what goes on in this clip here might convince you that it's real, Kevin.
Okay, yeah. That's happened once, I think. That's
Post-clinic B, HCV non-reactive, HIV negative.
So here, I'm looking at this. Now, obviously, this document could be forged. Certainly. Okay. It does have a signature. That doesn't also mean anything. But it says his name, okay, his date of birth. I mean, he's basically completely doxing himself. Is that his fucking social security number?
Docking is something else we're not going to talk about.
He's sending his social security and his blood type to everyone, so they so they all know. But I mean, basically what I'm trying to get at is the document doesn't immediately strike me as fake.
I didn't even know you could do that. And I don't want to even see it. Think about it. No. Room temperature IQ and also time to come home, pal. I don't know. That is definitely a very unique hairline.
Definitely that, dude. You might be HIV positive or whatever, but that does not mean that you have to keep you. I mean, like it's different than cancer. Okay, you don't have to hang on to like the remnants of your hair because you don't want to give it up. Just come home. Shave it off, okay? HIV's nothing to do with your fucking head, dude. Shave that dome.
That's how you
go. Come home, brother.
B, HCV non-reactive, HIV negative, syphilis non-reactive, HIV positive.
Damn it.
But okay, there's like some.
We're going to hell. Does it say positive under normal HO?
Here, look.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I can't really read. I can't make out here. I can't see what this text says down here, but it says interpretation, non-something or negative, no. Oh, okay. So it's just telling you what the results mean. Non-reactive or negative means there's no detectable infection, whereas reactive or positive means detectable infection. Okay, so I don't know.
Why would you?
He's infected.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine either one, Danny. I can't imagine faking this for clout. I can't imagine sharing something this personal with an audience. Like what? This is weird.
Okay. We might be on to it being fake. I might have found something.
Okay, good, because I could only assume that it's fake. And for a guy who's not confident enough to embrace his egg dome, I'm not surprised that he's faking an HIV diagnosis for attention. That's pathetic, sir. Absolutely pathetic. If it's true, if I'm wrong, I guess thoughts and prayers. But also stupid. You're stupid. Don't stream about it. Dummy.
Ass Cake says, no, not under really. Under the normal column. It means the normal response would be positive. Okay.
Let's fire up YouTube stream.
So Ass Cakes is saying so Ass Cakes is saying here that on the graph here it says normal and what you would normally get. So his result was non-reactive, you would normally get non-reactive. Result is negative, normally negative. Result is non-reactive, normally non-reactive. Result is positive, normal is positive. So this might be the thing. It sounds fake or whatever, but if you really know how to decipher the chart, I think A-Cakes is saying that this is just normal, that he doesn't actually have HIV, that's just how you decipher the chart or whatever. And he doesn't really. And so I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But I do love shit like this. It's the easiest way to like, people got to come up with these like I would have never thought of the idea to go viral with by showing my positive HIV test results on stream. Like, that's a new one, is what I mean. Like, I like that. It's innovative. The innovative clout farming.
Yeah, he's a game changer.
He faked it and was too dumb to put negative under normal. Okay, so that's what it was. Is that he put that the normal result was supposed to be positive when it should have said negative, and his said positive. So he fumbled. He fumbled the bag, okay? But it was good enough that this is like the AI thing that we were talking about earlier. It's like it was good enough, you know? It was good enough that it fooled enough people.
Yeah, if you're just looking at it quickly or not paying a lot of attention, you could buy that. What a great idea for a stream, Danny. I cannot wait. What STDs should we pretend we have?
Not a funnier
like, I want to do something like real gross, you know? Like,
well, maybe, I guess, but a funnier one. There's two options, okay?
Okay.
No, really, there's just one option. A funnier one would be one that you can cure. Okay? Because then it's like we're not laughing at his terminal illness. He's not like, you know, if he has HIV, we're assuming he's going to get AIDS and die or whatever, right? So whereas if he said like I got fucking chlamydia or whatever and then was like shocked that he accidentally revealed his chlamydia diagnosis or whatever on the stream, that would be funny and we could laugh about that and he could go get a shot and get it fixed if it was real. Syphilis would be funny. Okay, so we're gonna cure our syphilis the way they did in Christopher Columbus's time. Drop in chat what you think the funniest STD to reveal on stream would be, and we're gonna get Bo Blacks to read my. we're gonna get a cameo of Bo Blacks reading my test results.
That's going to be the next Mr. Beast special. I put 20 people with untreated syphilis in a home. First one to go fishing in his swimming pool wins $1 million. Let's watch their brains rot.
Like, imagine I hit Bo Blacks up and the cameo is, here, read my test results or whatever. And, send me and he's like, you know, we're good on chlamydia. We're good on herpes. We're good on HIV. Whoop. Fuck, gonorrhea slipped through. Sorry to break it to you.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Crabs. Uh-oh. Gonorrhea. People that like the Goonies, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I like that maggot, but thank you. All right. So this is the thing that I wanted to bring up just because Drama Alert is so fucking stupid. Okay. And I'm sure you guys all agree with me. Drama Alert is so fucking stupid most of the time. Almost every time I see a Drama Alert fucking post, I roll my fucking eyes. Okay. Whoever they got doing that shit over there, I mean, I guess they're good at making a clip go around, but I feel like Drama Alert really has a weird obsession with Ohio and things going on here. I feel like they're always like posting some fucking, this shit happened in Ohio. And I'm like, why do you even know this? But here we go.
We might be a little too close to home though, Danny. Ohio is like northern Florida, you know, like Ohio man might take Florida man in a 1v1. And so I think it's one of those things where like we were raised, we were born in the darkness, molded by it. And these people are all freaking out because they're like, what the hell is this dystopian nightmare known as Ohio?
Right. So we're not going to watch the video because whatever. And it's kind of sad anyways, but tragic train accident. 5 pedestrians struck in Fremont, Ohio. 2 are dead. 2 are missing in the Sandusky River, including a 5-year-old. Emergency crews are on scene. Now, my point with this was just that, first off, why is Drama Alert reporting on Ohio like this? I don't know. Second off, this is the second time now that we've reported on the Clout route that trains have crashed. And I mean, this time they're fucking crashing into the Sandusky fucking river. So who knows what chemicals are coming out in our fucking drinking water here. But that's besides the point, okay? That one, at least there's some sort of attempt at accuracy or explaining the what's going on there, the news story there. Look at this one. This one fucking, I was like, what in the fuck is your issue?
Just stay in your lane, dude. Drama alert. 2 people are dead in a train train crash.
This one's more drama. What? This one's more drama than that one was, I guess. But this one says 24-year-old Venezuelan man busted pretending to be a child, 16-year-old at an Ohio school. Okay. Now, no follow-up. He's got nothing down here as to like more info from Drama Alert. This is all they post. Okay. So we're going to watch the video.
Hello, how's it going? Good, how are you? What's your name, man? That's Anthony. Anthony? Yeah. For you, man. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So he's getting arrested.
You guys? Yeah. Just take your phone. Yeah.
This guy's saying, apparently.
Of course, he's from Toledo.
Right. Apparently, he's saying he's 16. Okay. He's 24. He's saying he's 16, I guess.
Yeah, my parents signed off on all these tattoos.
Did you review?
So that first part, the guy doesn't say anything. The cop doesn't in that clip. The cop doesn't ask him what's your age, where's your ID, whatever. There's no mention of being 16 or 24 or who he is or whatever in that. Okay. So then this is like aftermath. Obviously, this is him at his little court appearance on Zoom or whatever. And let's watch this.
Easy safer explaining your rights today. Yeah, did you review that?
So they're asking him if he read the paperwork or whatever and knows his rights for court here. He's got them there on that piece of paper. They're asking him. Did I review it?
You have not reviewed it yet? You have not reviewed that yet?
I mean, I signed it, but I don't know what it is.
So I signed it, but I don't know what it is. Okay, that's what he says. Now I'm just gonna let the clip play out, so you know that I didn't miss anything.
Do you read and write the English language? Do you read and write?
They just ask him at the end, do you read or write the English language?
Of course not. We're in Ohio.
So this clip and this tagline, 24-year-old Venezuelan man busted pretending to be a child, 16 years old at an Ohio school. Where did he get this information? Where is that the headline there? The text that they wrote. Where in the fuck did they get this information? Did they say it on the news? Is there an article? Like, what in the fuck? So I see this, I cross this or whatever. I scroll past this. 24-year-old Venezuelan man busted in Ohio. I was like, oh, great. More fucked up shit in Ohio. And then I'm like looking for extra information. I was like, what is this? How do they even know this? The clip doesn't even have this information referenced in it at all. I was like, this is the worst post I've ever seen I mean, it's probably not the worst post I've ever seen by Drama Alert, honestly, but it's just fucking stupid. I was like, you're not going to give any fucking anything. No facts, no article, nothing. So then obviously at this point, I was like, well, they're fucking stupid. I want to know what the actual story is at least. Like, what the fuck is this? No context to that whatsoever. So I found they got their video from this post. So
Ooh,
Drama Alert knew this information because it's all written here. And they decided to summarize that in their tagline on their page or whatever, not include any of the other information here.
Jesus.
A whole fucking brick of text. They got
My
the video
God.
from this. Like you couldn't even just copy paste some of this shit. Put it on your post so I know what the fuck you're talking about. He was busted, pretended to be a 16-year-old student in Ohio. Anthony Labrador is his name. Sorry to dox him.
What sport was he trying to play? This is a
He's
very
saying-
Ohio thing, by the way.
This is a very Ohio thing. But the story is that he found 2 guardians to take care of him. And he was saying that he was a minor or whatever. So he's trying to go to school and shit. The school claims Labrador had an Ohio driver's license, a social security number, along with a temporary protective status from the U.S. Immigration Department. Allegedly contacted the school in 2023, said that he wanted to enroll. He had been homeless and was an immigrant from Venezuela. He also contacted an Ohio couple, Kathy and Brad Melfred, who had adopted kids and had housed exchange students. So they agreed to take him in. They thought he was the genuine article, you know. But he apparently deceived them. The Melfords found out later about Labrador when they got a phone call from a woman who said he was actually 24 and he was the father of her child.
Oh.
So the whole story is genuinely some fucked up Ohio shit. It is. It is.
Yeah, it is a
Ultimately.
little drama alerty, huh?
But what the fuck is the reporting there? Like, they're fucking brain dead. Whoever they got running that fucking account is a fucking dumbass motherfucker. I swear to God. I hope it's Keem because I feel way more comfortable just talking shit about him. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I think you just keep it as Keem in your head canon. But I want to take a quick moment to shout out Ass Cake's new member on
shout
YouTube.
out to you, my friend.
Thank you, Ass
Appreciate
Cakes.
you. Well, Ass Cakes is really going to like our next segment. Okay, I know he is because he's in to getting into the petty drama just like I am. I know it. I see you on Twitter. So we're going to get into the obvious H3 Hasan iDubbbz drama. Okay, it's the back half of the show. I didn't bore you with it the entire thing. Okay, we waited to the end for the fun. So here we are. First big news when it comes to all of that bullshitty drama. I'm sure you've been keeping up with us in the last couple streams, so you know exactly where we're at. Creator Clash canceled, dumpster fire, blah, blah, blah. Well, we've got a lot of updates on the Creator Clash. Okay, a lot more concrete info. First, before we get to the newest and most dire news, this was the first thing I was going to bring up in the doc about Creator Clash. Another fighter in Creator Clash 3 has come out expressing frustration. It's LA Beast, folks. This person left a comment on his 116-year-old bottle of Coke video. And he says, I love the promo of a small card collector and no mention of Creator Clash. So apparently he didn't promo Creator Clash in this video. Damn, this event is in a dumpster. And LA Beast comments and says, it might be at this point, which is pretty funny. He also commented on Yeet's tweet here and says, I'm still showing up to the gym every day and preparing to fight. I didn't come all this way just to quit. I will fight in an actual dumpster fire or an actual dumpster that's on fire if that's how Creator Clash is going to be. So shouts out to LA Beast. You know, he's the real one. Okay. But breaking news, okay, the most recent Creator Clash development here, probably the biggest piece of news. We've got Hasan's best friend, Will Neff, who's fighting actually in Creator Clash, or was. He says, Yeet says, Will Neff confirms Creator Clash 3 has been postponed to a date, quote, far in the future. So let's watch this, Kevin, and then we'll discuss.
I suppose it's out there in the ether, but Creator Clash is delayed. Creator Clash is delayed to a date far in the future. For me, this is a huge bummer, not only because I was bringing out a bunch of my family,
That does.
But I was losing weight at a lightning clip. I was losing weight at a fucking lightning clip. And I got down as low today.
So he's upset because he was going to bring out his parents for the fight and his family. And also that he's going to not be losing weight at a lightning clip anymore like he was. I mean, you could still work out, dude. I mean, you could still you could just do this. You could do the same thing that you've been doing.
Yeah, that was the funniest part. Yeah, now that there's no fight.
You could still work out, bro.
Back to breakfast cheeseburgers for me. There's no
Yeah,
point
right.
in any of this.
Well, if I'm not going to be fighting, I guess McDonald's is the way. But no, he says it's an interesting wording there, phrasing. Far in the future. So like it's the ship is so sank that they don't even know how long it's going to take to salvage. Like they're not even willing to put a date out there because they don't even know. Like they don't know how long they have to wait for the shit to blow over, for the storm to go past or whatever, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Like it says here, Mac, they jumped ship and took the only good lifeboat with them. And the thing about this is what I imagine is going to happen is what a lot of people have suggested well before Creator Clash 3 even came around was, hey, don't rent an NFL stadium or arena, forgive me, for your event. Like, you didn't sell it out last time. Why would you go back there? There are plenty of places, even just in Florida. Hell, you could probably stay in Tampa and still get a more reasonably sized location where you can potentially actually fill it and then also save a shit ton of money by not renting one of the most expensive places in town to have your event. If whoever is in charge of it now is competent at all, they took one look around and said, oh yeah, we just need to kind of restart this thing, which would be why it's postponed indefinitely, because to book an event like this, you usually need at least 2 to 3 months. And that's with people, and that's a timeline. I work in this field with actual fighters, like people who do this for a living, whether they're an amateur headed on their way to the pro ranks or just a pro who fights on the regional scene. They might still have a day job, but those are people who always stay in fighting shape is what I'm getting at. So to pull a bunch of YouTubers back off the street into this card to fill it out, it's probably going to take more than 3 months, because how many YouTubers just stay trained for boxing matches that they'll never participate in? And yes, you also need promotion. It is pretty funny that it does seem like nobody involved in this event ever wanted to promote it. It's almost like they were willing to take Ian and Anissa's money, but weren't super confident that this would actually happen. Because then you don't have to explain to your audience, hey, sorry, I promoted this event for 6 months that didn't happen. Like now, Ian and Anissa's lack of credibility is spilling over into their fighters and the way they treat their audience. Like now you got fighters too nervous to promote an event that they're in because they don't have faith that it's going to happen. And that's wild to me.
I was just looking up. I couldn't find when the date was. So it's supposed to be June 28th. Okay. So we're talking, it's May, June. So like it's May. And it's supposed to happen June 28th. It's like a month out. Okay. It's a month out, people. Creator Clash is a month out, and they say, and first off, the first news of it being postponed is from a fighter. So Will Neff is the one that comes out and says it, instead of like somebody that is the fucking running the thing or whatever. But
do we even know? Is it
Will?
Do we even know?
Right.
They're very capable hands. That's all we know. Which could literally be anyone compared to the hands that previously had it. You could put it in anyone. So you could give it to a raccoon, a domesticated raccoon who you just feed chips to occasionally. Those would be safer hands at this point than the Jomas.
But they're a month out, and some fighter that's in it is telling everybody that it's canceled or it's postponed or whatever with no postponed date, mind you. So maybe that information will come out when they make an official announcement or whatever. But Kevin, if we're a month out, okay, if let's say it was, I'm just trying to like put myself I'm trying to put myself in this position, okay? Let's say that we were so gangbusters here on the Clout route that I was like, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to do some fucking like all gas, no brakes shit live from the fucking Creator Clash. Danny's flying down and he's going to fucking record himself there or whatever and do some commentary or whatever. Me and Kevin are both, we're going to go do it. Now, at a month out, it's May. At this point, I've already requested the time off or whatever, or I mean, I guess I don't have to do that personally, but I've already made way for the time that I'm going to be gone. Kevin's requested off or whatever from work. Fucking, we've bought our hotels. We've paid for the tickets on the plane by this point, right? You bought your plane tickets, I'm sure. Unless you're just a last minute person. This is a month out. And you're going, like, we would be traveling over like multiple states. We're flying to Florida. Okay. This shit is nuts. There's no one out there that bought tickets to this that probably has plane tickets that they already bought, hotel that they already bought, plans that they already made.
Well, not too many, Danny, because if enough people had done that, they wouldn't be postponing.
Clearly, I guess you're right.
They would just hastily throw fighters into this. Like if there were asses in the seats, they would sloppily throw a card together and get more people on it. I think the real reason it's being pulled is because there aren't enough people that purchase those tickets.
No reason.
Well, no, I mean you're concerned, but the people who are getting fucked are only the people who have supported Ian and Anissa the most, right? Like, because
true,
you have to be a real. I was going to call you a real sicko. How about I say you have to be really invested in this brand to have purchased it that far in advance, especially when looking at a dog shit card like that. With all due respect, whatever respect might be due, that card is dog shit. So anybody paying money for that is really just doing it to support, which is why if you really want to support us, you just give us a like, subscribe. We're not going to ask you to buy tickets to the fucking Columbus Blue Jackets arena that you'll have to refund later so you can not watch people fight. Just hit the like button, bro. That's all we need. We're not selfish like Ian.
I mean, like, it just seems, I mean, I'm almost beyond saying it seems like these motherfuckers did not think about anything that they've done for more than a fucking second when it involving this Creator Clash shit. From the rip, okay? From the rip. Creator Clash 2 ended in a failure, and then they never thought about the situation again. They just were like, oh, well, yeah, we're going to do Creator Clash 3. And they didn't fucking think about a single bit of it the entire way. Promotion, interesting fights, making it happen, who you're going to shit on while you're doing it, how you promote. Like, they haven't thought about anything this entire time. And it was so apparent that they had to be like, well, fuck, now we're out of here, I guess. Can't stick around anymore. And it's continued to sink. They sent it off to fucking like, go Creator Clash, be free without us. And it's just fucking
yeah. I have a feeling Ian can't tie his shoes if he's chewing gum. So they're not foresight, not high. Dude, if you're unlocking empathy 20 years too late, can you imagine where your critical thinking might be at?
Do you want to see him flexing this empathy?
If the train leaves an hour early and this one leaves 40 minutes early, how many apples does Ian have? I don't fucking know, dude. No idea.
Let's watch Ian really stretch his empathy muscle here, okay? iDubbbz shows off his empathy when talking about Skullgate. If you remember Skullgate, Ethan Klein had skulls mailed to his house. Now, the whole narrative from people that don't like him is that they were fake skulls with or they were bought skulls with the tag still on them or whatever, and he did it himself. You know what my whole thought process with the skull thing is too? People are like trying to discredit it because there were like tags on it or something. Like, is it less threatening, or would you not think about it? Whether you like, would you be less threatened by getting skulls with tags on them in the mail or just skulls?
See, I think if your intent is to threaten, you got to be a little more invested, Danny. You got to leave a special instruction with the retailer to say, hey, we're blind shipping this. So I need you to pull the packing slip. I need you to pull the barcodes, because otherwise this might not get taken as seriously. Okay. So this one was really on Skulls R Us or skulls.com, whatever it is. Your number one retailer in the United States for purchasing human skulls. Why anyone would want to purchase one that had a barcode sticker on it? I mean, it should have been wrapped or something. Like, do we not have shrink wrap anymore where you can put a barcode sticker on? You're putting the barcode on the skull. Have you no respect for that dead?
Stupid. How stupid is the whole idea anyways? How stupid is the whole thought? Okay. If we're going based off of what Ethan is saying, and that somebody sent him skulls in the mail as a threat for him to fucking shut the fuck up or stop being a Zionist or whatever the fuck they're trying to say. Okay. The skull threat. Okay.
What are you trying to say?
Like, so I'm supposed to, somebody out there that wants to put the fear into Ethan Klein, they actually have to be a serial killer with fucking dead bodies in their basement so they can get fresh skulls to send to him for it to be a legitimate threat, rather than what anyone would do. If somebody conceptualized this idea where they were like, I want to threaten fucking Ethan Klein with skulls in the mail, they're not going to go out and murder 2 people and fucking peel off the skin off their head and then mail that to them. Okay. They're going to buy it from a fucking website. You fuckheads.
Yeah. Cause they lack commitment.
Oh,
wait, that wasn't the point, was it? Sorry. My bad. Sorry.
Okay.
I took the wrong read.
Conviction to really go out there and fucking and get a.
They don't have the
skull.
Stones to mix the acid themselves in a bucket, in a barrel.
That's right.
Buy some lazy ass already cleaned up skull. Come on.
It's just such a fucking stupid point. I feel like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, it would have been real threatening if they still had a little skin and blood on the skulls when he fucking unwrapped them out of his mail or whatever. Like, how fucking stupid.
Dude, it sounds like somebody used their company card for this. Somebody working at a hospital or a university really invested in the drama. Ethan said the company usually only sells to medical or educational places and changed their process because it shouldn't have been. Can you imagine somebody on their work computer ordering 2 skulls to send to their least favorite YouTuber? Like, bro, what would you do, Danny, if you had that kind of free time? God damn. That's crazy.
Jeez Louise. The most I would do is like send a shit to somebody in the mail, And I mean, if I'm being serious, like maybe you ship a pizza to somebody. I ordered a pizza for you from Little Sleezers down the street. But, fuck, it's just too much work. I'm not going to go out and murder 2 guys so that I can send some skulls to some guy that I don't like online. Like, seriously? What are we talking about?
Yeah, dude, send them like a broken shin bone or something. Imagine how bad that will hurt.
Let's listen to Ian stretch his empathy muscle here about the skulls that we just ranted about forever.
One last question. Did you send the skulls? What is your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
Wow. Quite the reaction.
I didn't send the skulls. I don't know. I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous to hear that.
No, Ian, the humerus is like your leg or something, right?
Yeah, dude, it's a different bone.
That's that bone,
completely
not the skull.
Different.
Okay?
Thank you.
You fucking dumbass.
Jesus. Get this guy a game of Operation. All right.
I'm glad our fucking 30, our middle-aged brains both went to the same joke. It's not the humerus. That's the cranium.
Oh, his tooth looks so dumb. Yeah, it's
no. You know what looks dumb? I can forgive the tooth. What's wrong with this guy's fucking head, dude? What's going on with male Anissa here with the fucking 2-toned haircut? Fuck off, dude. Seriously, you're too old for this shit. How old is this guy? Too old. Okay. But here, let's keep it going. All right.
Clout skull claws.
Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or some shit like that. That made it funny.
That made it funny. Like, that's like
This dude cried online because people called him a cuck, but it's funny when other people.
Right. Words are terrible, but sending skulls in the mail is fine. Yeah, don't say words. But skulls are fucking funny. Now that's basic.
It's such a wiener, dude.
What is it? I don't get what the extra bit of it being from skulls.com makes it funnier. I don't even understand. Like the logic just I cannot make it in my brain. How that because they're fucking skulls from a fucking place that you get skulls, that it's funnier for some reason. Like, what does that mean? They legitimately, like Ian legitimately thinks like, Ethan, okay, you can't take a joke, okay? Now, if they were fucking real skull, if you got two cut off, severed heads in your mail, okay, then I could say like, okay, you know, it's a little freaky. All right, that's a little freaky. That's a little too much, you know. But skulls from skulls.com, it's just so fucking infuriating. Where the fuck else do you get skulls, Ian? Not one in your fucking head there, I guess. Not with a brain, at least.
If it had been fake skulls from like a party city, then that might also be my reaction. Right. If I found out like, dude, this guy had like plastic Halloween decoration skulls sent to him and he tried to turn that into a thing, that I would mock and laugh at. But I don't know, like if they were, I don't know, man. Sending real skulls is I wouldn't like it. Okay, if I received one, I'd probably be a little flustered myself. But I also am not the one who went out here online and cried about having empathy and tried to guilt people who enjoyed my previous content, you know, saying that they sucked because of the stuff that I made. And that, you know, I'm not out here giving life lessons to the lower beings all the time, like Mr. Dubs here. So it's just a weird thing where he wants to be the empathy guy, but then whenever you have those opportunities to not just roll around in the mud, he just can't help himself. He's so impulsive. He just dives right fucking in there. There are no bad tactics, apparently, only bad targets. So what the fuck ever. This guy, I do love Noah's hair, though. If you're going to get rid of the mustache, I think the Cruella de Vil is the right way to go.
I guess. Now, Ian, on the other hand, by the way, I mean, we've probably made this joke or this comment way too many times. I don't care. This motherfucker needs to come home. Okay. Have we said this yet? Have we said this yet for Ian? I know we said it for somebody else.
Not in the last 3 minutes. So yeah, it needs to be said
I mean, it just emphasized then I guess that like, dude, what in the fuck? He looks like a Neanderthal. Like, I mean, honestly, he's not shaving that head because he looks like fucking that dude, the fucking big giant blue-brained dude from that animated movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, he's like the leader from the Hulk comics. You know,
like, yeah, dude, what's he got going on with this fucking,
out of it?
He looks like the aliens from Mars Attacks with that fucking thing, dude. I got like, what the fuck is that big old head of yours, bro? Mega Mind, exactly, Kanga. We got fucking a regular Mega Mind in this bitch. If he shaved his head, he'd be afraid one of his like veins would pulse or something. He looks like a fent addict. Yeah, there's something going on.
Mega Mind, you Philistine. Negative aura. Yes, the charisma vacuum himself, Ian Dubs.
Yeah, just a death threat to
Dubs.
Father, a family.
See, I actually do love this part because Noah is like making a little like he's trying to be like the straight man and making a serious remark. And what he's saying is true, honestly. Like he's obviously trying to be funny and make a joke here, but I'm agreeing with what he's saying. Here, let's hear the whole context.
To hear that. especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or some shit like that. That made it funny.
Yeah, just a death threat to a father, a family.
Yeah, was it a death threat?
See, like he had to even say, "I'm just kidding," because Ian wasn't even registering that he was joking. He thought he was being
Sign
serious.
of a great joke, right, Danny? Every good joke should immediately be explained as such. Otherwise, you are lacking in comedic timing.
I think the reason that Ian was taking him so seriously is because maybe Noah had a point there. No.
Oh,
I think maybe to a person with a fucking brain in their head, yeah, Noah's actually spitting there. Okay, it is kind of a death threat sent to a father of 2 children that they constantly want to bring up too. By the way,
hang on?
CPS. But
Help me out, Danny. Did this duotone haired idiot, did he not make a whole video about other YouTubers supporting genocide? Did he not do like some moral grandstand about how this stuff is real serious and you shouldn't support other people dying and stuff? But now he's making some great stone face jokes about I hate these guys so much,
because that's not true. It's not true. They don't care about death threats or it's certain death is bad. Certain death is bad. But if you disagree with me, I mean, that's how it is for all these fucking ignorant motherfuckers.
Baby.
The Noahs, the fucking bad empanadas, the Mike from PAs. Okay.
God. This
is how it is that they're upset about death and destruction to a point, you know. But if it's a fucking somebody that has a different opinion than them, then rain all the death and destruction upon them that it is. And it's funny to make jokes about you should be dead. It's funny if you disagree with them. Like it's fucked up. That's why I hate. That was like where my hatred started from for people like Mike from PA or whatever. Is like flippantly is just like 100K if somebody fucking Merc's Destiny or whatever, I'll pay you or whatever. And it's like, you're supposed to be some kind of like empathetic, good, like ascended lefty. And you're just joking about death threats and stuff. Fuck off because somebody disagrees with you. Because
First
people
of all,
disagree with you.
If Mike from PA had 100K in cash, all of it would go to an escort service. It ain't going to get anybody assassinated. All right.
Speaking of,
finally know a woman's touch.
We'll talk about a woman's touch. This motherfucker never comes out of his fucking basement. Okay. And here he is. I mean, we're talking about it basically right now. He encourages his viewers to citizens arrest somebody. Imagine this motherfucker. Imagine.
Dude, look at him.
Imagine I see fucking Mike from PA in public and he tries to citizens arrest me because I like glazed Ethan on my stream or something. You know, he's like, oh, I know. I saw you wearing Teddy Fresh. We're going to citizens arrest you. You're a Israeli supporting Zionist, fucking freak, terrorist. And he tries to citizens arrest me. I'm blasting this dude in the face so quick in Minecraft.
Oh, not me, dude. I would submit immediately. I know. I know when I'm in the presence of an alpha male and when I need to be subservient to the leader of the pack. So if Mike from PA shows up and tells me to do anything, I will just say, yes, sir, absolutely. Also, I brought some deodorant. I'm not saying you need to put it on.
Look at him. He looks nasty as fuck.
But if we're riding in the same car, you should hold on to it.
I mean, he is looking. These motherfuckers dare talk about the roaches crawling all over Asmongold, but this is one of their dudes. This is their dude. This guy looks so fucking greasy. What's going on here? He looks greasy to me. Give him a take down the comments real quick and just get a nice look at that fucking goblin ass looking motherfucker there. That grease, nasty, sweaty, gross looking motherfucker here.
You are justified in attempting citizens arrest. This is not my idea, by the way.
No.
You don't say.
On war crimes and genocide, everyone has the right to arrest or detain a criminal. And defending genocide is the same thing as doing it.
This guy, dude, if you're in Mike from PA's chat,
Universal
who the fuck are you
jurisdiction is a
gonna
legal
citizens
principle allowing
arrest?
states
Dude?
to prosecute individuals
And
for
with
certain
what?
serious crimes such as genocide, war crimes, and crime against humanity, regardless of where the crime occurred or the nationality of the perpetrator or victim. Every single human being in the entire planet has the right to try to effectuate a citizen's arrest under the principle of universal jurisdiction for crimes against humanity.
This motherfucker, okay?
He really
this
loves
Mike's from
this
PA,
story.
motherfucker, from his basement. I've never, since he got embarrassed by that Bad Bunny chick online, since he was completely and utterly embarrassed, I've never seen this guy in any clips where he stepped foot out of his crusty ass fucking basement. And this motherfucker is telling people that they should be taking citizens arrests. The people that are sitting in your fucking chat listening to you right now are fucking crust in their basement too. There's nobody. These people don't go outside to fucking citizens arrest somebody. You're gonna get somebody killed. This is how you get somebody fucked up, dude. Honestly.
I mean, yeah, this is how we get
you're a
street
fucking
beefs
Mike,
back, Danny.
for real though. This is how you get somebody fucked up when you're a Mike from fucking PA. Because you know, like, you're gonna go citizens arrest. You're gonna go tell your nerdy fucking doofus fans to go citizens arrest some motherfuckers outside, and they're gonna fucking, hey, put your hands behind your back. I know you're a Zionist. And they're going to pull out a Nina and go, ka, 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 ka. Am I right? Like, what the fuck?
I think they're all going to get beat up.
Or that. And that's just like we're talking about the United States here. That's just like light work. If they
I know that if they come at
like,
me, they will find themselves covered in chocolate pudding because I always keep that thing on me.
I do
all
bear
right? So
spray.
it's always everybody thinks it's a horrible idea to have some pudding to throw at somebody until one of these smelly bastards tries to citizens arrest you.
I would just love this. I would love this so much. Like, to be like, I hate the state of Israel. I don't support what they're doing and all this fucking garbage that they are. Netanyahu garbage human. But like stuff like this makes me want to like put a fucking Star of David on the back of my car and wait for somebody to fucking try to citizens arrest me for supporting Israel or something. Like, dude, these people are insane. Citizens arrest. Fuck off. Okay. I mean, having said all that too, like, I don't want citizens arrests for what your opinion is online. And I don't want Hasan getting picked up at the airport for what his opinion is online either. Like, it's all bad. I don't think that giving your opinion online about things means that you should immediately be fucking citizens arrest or detained or something. Okay. What happened to fucking comedy, Kevin? What happened to fucking talking some shit online a little bit? Can I not say? What happened to free speech?
Well, what I want to know, Danny, is what if you, like myself and many of my other fellow patriots, are a sovereign citizen who does not acknowledge the authority the supposed government of the United States? How are you going to citizens arrest me when I'm not a citizen of your damn country? All right, I am a sovereign. I'm my own entity. Kevco LLC. So a real cop can't arrest me, let alone one of these Mike from PA idiots. But that, to me, I can't wait for that footage. It's like when you have your AI call an automated response, and then you just see the two bots talking back and forth. I would love to see a Mike from PA chatter try to citizens arrest a sovereign citizen. That would be gold, dude. That is Clout Bout Season 1, our main event. Fucking sovereign citizen. There's Mike from PA. Am I being detained? I do not recognize that name.
Oh, dear Lord. So we're getting to the end, so maybe I should wrap this up. Let's look at some of we won't go back to we won't tread all the old drama. Let's just look at the breaking news. First off, breaking news here.
Ooh, hang on.
Which I'm sure there's going to be a lot of crab dances for this one, but Hasan was looking at that manifesto last night, I guess, that fucking the shooter's manifesto or whatever, and he got banned for it. Okay, you see here, 24-hour ban, I guess. But,
a whole day. He gets a day off.
Here is the tweet. Twitch sent him an email that says improper handling of terrorist propaganda. He says, I covered the motives of the Israeli embassy staff shooter. Twitch TOS dictates a suspension for even critical examination of the manifesto. I believe this is bad policy for news and press freedom. I'll take the suspension, but I hope Twitch changes this policy in the future. So honestly, I don't think that and this might be based, people might get mad at me for this. I don't think that he should have been banned for looking at the manifesto. I don't think that he should have been banned for 24 hours or anything, or banned at all. You know why I don't think? He had a guy on that was literally saying that he was, in contact with the Houthis. People call him the Houthi terrorist or whatever. Whether he wants to argue that or not and say he's just a Yemenis teenager, whatever. But what I'm saying is he didn't get banned for that, right? He hasn't got banned for so much other shit. I just don't get it. Okay. I don't think he should have been banned because Twitch has no idea what their standards are supposed to be or what the rule is supposed to be across the board. Because this guy does some fucking terroristy shit sometimes and doesn't get banned for it. But then he looks at the fucking manifesto and I can already guess how Hasan was looking at the manifesto and talking about it. Okay. Like there was maybe a few moments where he's like, based, whatever. But like, I just think that it's fucking stupid, okay? If he would have got banned for all the other stuff and then got banned for this, I'd say fine. At least they have some standards. They're saying, look, you can't just be blase about terrorist shit and murder and death and shit. You can't just be whatever about it. But that's not the way they are.
You can't show a music video? Remember the music video? No,
right, he didn't get banned for that either. It's like, if he didn't get banned for that shit, he should not be getting banned now. It's stupid. They don't know what they're doing. The fucking Twitch platform is a mess.
Oh yeah, it's run by idiots. It has to be. But I agree. I think they should retroactively apply suspensions for those other previous actions as well. If you're going to send a message, you should send a message that gets through, right? A one day off on a 3-day weekend. Oh, he doesn't have to work today. It's not going to impact his bottom line in any significant way.
And I saw people
saying,
saying
if you're going to do it, fucking do it. Stand on it.
I saw people saying that he doesn't usually, like, I liked a tweet today. He doesn't even usually stream on Sundays. So they waited until, no, seriously, this is how it went. They let him do the coverage on the manifesto. Okay. He did the entire stream, ended his stream, and then they banned him for 24 hours on the day that he doesn't typically even stream. So it is just performative bullshit too. It's so hilarious.
Wow,
they don't actually care. It's just like a thing to get. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know what it is. Their standards are so out the window. I can't tell what the decisions they're making. The people high up at Twitch must be the same fucking people that are running Creator Class 3 right now because they're all fucking brain dead. Brain fucking dead. These people don't know what's going on.
What a punishment, man. What? And I love so who brought up Tectone? I think it was Sleek. So Tectone got banned, correct me if I'm wrong here, gang, 2 weeks for calling someone fat. And if we're just playing along with Twitch and their decisions here, that if this is a 1-day ban, it is also sending the message that calling someone fat is worse than supporting terrorism. Am I doing the math wrong, Danny? Am I dumb? I don't want to misrepresent anything, but would that not be a message that one could receive from that inconsistency?
They're stupid. They're dumb. No standard. Fucks. Idiots. Here is Rose. Okay, Rose tweets here. Follow her on Twitter. She's a good follow. She says, I laughed my ass off. Here's one of Ethan's Instagram spicy posts he always does. He says, I swear to God, we always knew Ian was a cheap motherfucker. Dude never picked up a bill one time we were together. I honestly never thought much of it, but this has to be true in my opinion. Now, we'll read this in a second, but I wanted to scroll down. He had this one on his stories too. Somebody says he didn't even pay for the crunch wraps that one time. If you remember, he did this video, comedians on Rizzlers getting crunch wrap Supremes. Okay. Ian couldn't even fit the bill for fucking Taco Bell. Okay. He couldn't even get the crunch wrap for his buddy that he's doing a video with. Okay.
Bro,
the cheapazoid. But here, let me read this Reddit post. Okay. It says insider tea on iDubbbz. For context, I live in Seattle and I just had a new roommate move in. My roommate and I were discussing shows that we watched, and I mentioned that I watched H3. She was familiar with the podcast, but had no idea about any of the drama surrounding the show regarding iDubbbz/Hasan and co. I mentioned something about the iDubbbz content cop debacle, and she told me that iDubbbz was a regular at her old job. iDubbbz and his wife, would come in, Anissa, come into this coffee shop regularly.
Because there's never been another one, so you get
yeah. Remember, virgin before Anissa. I mean, that does explain a lot, by the way. Holy shit.
Oh, doesn't it, though?
Oh, my God. Anyways, I was told they would tip 10%, if anything. Majority of the time, they didn't leave a tip. One time in particular, my roommate had asked iDubbbz to repeat his order, and he apparently gave back a crazy attitude, saying he ordered the same thing as his wife. Of course he would. No, I feel like that's Ian's whole life, is like just being led around by Anissa. She's like holding his hand and he's trailing behind her.
Oh,
Like,
she's
definitely.
She's telling the waitress, excuse me, he asked for medium rare, and this is medium.
I think she's just going like, well,
And
I
he's
will
like,
get.
no, it's fine, babe.
I will get the steak and the salad.
not
and
fine,
he'll
Ian.
have what I'm having.
It's not fine. We're paying for this food. They need to get it right. This dumb bitch couldn't even work a real job.
That's right. She would say something like that. But here we
She
go. Let's
cuts his
continue.
steak.
In
Yes,
these little
100%.
cubes. Let's make sure Ian's hamburger is cut up with his mac and cheese, okay? His hot dog's cut up into pieces for him.
He likes it when I cut the hot dogs and put it in the macaroni and cheese. He likes that better.
She's okay. So let's keep reading. One
Don't
time
we
in
all?
particular, my roommate had asked iDubbbz to repeat his order, and apparently he gave a crazy attitude, saying the same thing as his wife. I was told iDubbbz had some sassy/bad customer moments. For context, my roommate had no idea who iDubbbz was and was told by her coworkers that he was famous. I thought our messy bitch Ethan would like to know this info, as iDubbbz has apparently been known around Seattle as being anything but empathetic. All of this is secondhand info, so treat it as an allegation, not an assertion of fact. I mean, that's everything. Anything you're reading on these fucking subreddits is probably bullshit. I mean, this is probably bullshit, but it is kind of funny. But last but not least here, what I wanted to get into, and one of the funnier dramas of all this shit, breaking at least, is Ethan versus Taylor Lorenz, dude. I am loving this. Okay, so I guess Taylor Lorenz is like Hasan Glazer. She's a news reporter. She's a newswoman. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was that dude from Twilight. No, that's a different guy. Okay.
No, that's a different Taylor Lautner. This is Taylor Lorenz. Okay. And she's kind of a reporter lady, whatever. And she gets a lot of criticism online for her reporting. Now, I don't know much about that whole situation, so I won't weigh in there. But she's definitely a Hasan. She's on
Taylor
Hasan's side for all of this. So I guess that's just setting up the framing here. Ethan versus Taylor Lorenz. This is her tweet. She says, someone tell Ethan that he and his wife can stop begging for my help with their Reddit situation if he's going to post rants like this. I've been nothing but respectful to Ethan during his entire meltdown and went out of his way to help Ela and / him barely a month ago after they asked. Okay, so Ethan says, where do I even begin? Taylor Lorenz attended the Denham School of Self-Owning. So we're about to watch a stepping on a rake moment. You know what I mean?
My favorite.
Shouts out to Dennis the Menace at Death on Cocaine, by the way. Great Twitter follow. I decided to go with his reporting than Yeet because Yeet gets too much glazing. Okay.
Hey there, Lorenz. I'm so glad that you brought this up. You know, I know you have a problem telling the truth. You were fired in disgrace from your previous job at the Washington Post for lying. Very embarrassing, by the way. I'm not surprised you haven't been able to find a job since then. And frankly, I don't think you have much hope, especially after this. But let's see. The reason that we is because Taylor Lorenz.
By the way, oops.
Taylor Lorenz.
I accidentally clicked off. By the way, I was just gonna say that he's not beating those allegations that people say he's like on crack or whatever. Like, I feel bad because his tics are so like I don't know if it's like nervousness or like anxiousness or just being fired up or whatever that like causes his tics to go, you know, more hyperdrive, whatever it is. But he's definitely like in hyperdrive tic mode. And it makes him look like he's a fucking crackhead. I feel bad. This is why they all say that, because it's like, yeah, if you don't know the context behind him having Tourette's, it does look like he is on crack. I feel bad.
I know you have a problem telling the truth. You were fired in disgrace from your previous job at the Washington Post for
so
lying.
petty.
Embarrassing, by the way. I'm not surprised you haven't been able to find a job since then. And frankly, I don't think you have much hope, especially after this. But let's see. The reason that we ever got in touch is because Taylor Lorenz 3.0, she has a snark meme page that posted such an obscenely mean, psychotic message about me. We had to actually check with people that knew her firsthand to see if it was actually her that left the message. Let me read.
So let me make this clear, I guess. This isn't what he's about to read isn't Taylor's post, but a post from somebody that runs her like snark Instagram or whatever, like her. It's not actually her saying these things right here. I believe that's what he's trying to say.
Read it to you. This was on a post about me being a meme about me being obsessed with his son. She said, he needs to log off. Every influencer has a snark page, and if he wants it taken down, he needs to go through legal channels, not publicly bait them. Normally I'd have sympathy, but Ethan has spent the last year. Hey there, Lorenz. I am so glad.
Oops. The clip's cut up. So there you go. Taylor Lorenz spent the last year. Boop.
Ethan has spent the last year absolutely terrorizing and stalking anyone obsessed with his son while spouting Zionist propaganda. He needs to log off for a long time and get his head straight. Here's the best part, guys. And clean up his house so his kids aren't crawling around in dog feces. Here's the best part, guys. This was after CPS was called. Can you imagine that, right, guys? And then when she finds out that we're trying to figure out if it was her or not, she gets in touch with Hila through a fan and pretty much begs to help us. I'm so sorry about the CPS comment. You know, I did.
So, okay. I'm just trying to keep everybody up to what he's talking about. So this was not Taylor that posted this, but they weren't sure who it was. And they thought maybe it was Taylor. So they were contacting people to figure out who this account is, whether it's Taylor Lorenz for real or not. And when they were doing that, Taylor Lorenz for real reached out to them and said, oh, I'll talk to Reddit or whatever about all these hateful things happening to you, blah, blah, blah. So she hit them up. And then as you saw at the top, that tweet that she sent where she was like, if they're going to act like this, I'm not going to help them with their Reddit problems or whatever. But the way Ethan's describing it, she reached out to them after she was getting sniffed out, whether she made these fucking crazy ass posts or not. Anyways, let's continue.
Didn't mean it. Let me help you with Reddit. I know people there. Okay, sure. She reached out to Reddit. It amounts to nothing. And we talked, I don't know, we talked for like a day once and she tried to begging. We've been begging you for help. Are you actually fucking out of your mind? Ethan has spent the last year.
So there's one more bit.
Are you actually fucking out of your mind? Taylor, listen. And I don't know where you learned in journalism school, but you're supposed to tell the truth, right? Like that's like kind of the most important part of the job. So as a chronic and potentially pathological liar, as a sycophantic Hasan dick riding loser. I want to wish you all the best and assure you that I will no longer be begging you for help with Reddit or anything. And I'm so glad you gave me the opportunity to talk about this nice message you left here, by the way, and clean up his house so his kids aren't crawling around in dog feces after CPS visited us. What a kind person. Thanks for watching, Taylor. Have a great night. Are you actually fucking out of your mind?
So I love how these people like try to twist these things too. I've seen this happen so many times where it's like somebody they were like friendly in the DMs prior to like a certain event, and then you did something that pissed off the other person or whatever. So now they're posting about you saying like, fuck him, fuck Ethan Klein, whatever. And then Ethan comes out and he's like, hey, well, look what you were saying about me last week. You said that I was the best content creator online. I feel like people are always setting themselves up for this whole, like, they come at somebody that recently they had been like chummy or nice to or whatever. And then they just get punched in the face with the, oh, well, you're saying this now, but that's not what you were saying a week ago. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, some online behavior, what do you expect?
So there's the Taylor Lorenz, folks, okay? She was starting to get cooked. She was scared that they were going to like try to pin these disgusting comments to her, so she reached out. And then she slaps them after reaching out. She's like, I'm not going to help you anymore. I can't believe you guys are saying shit like this. It's just so funny. But there you have it, folks. There's your that's your H3 recap for the week. I'm sure we'll come back next week and there's going to be like 8 more developments in that story. Kevin and I can never get away from it. Okay, we're like he said, 1408 style. But at least we'll bring you, the other relevant news as well as the updates. Okay, we got the Rizzler, we got what else did we talk? Bo Black's drama, we got Ohio being fucked, we got AI stories. We do it all.
A little bit of everything.
Let's see. What the fuck? Chris says this time next year, H3 will still have a show and we won't even be thinking about iDubbbz. I'm curious because, I'll be willing to agree with you there. I think H3 will still have a show, but I don't know if we won't hear about iDubbbz because I think this is just going to go on forever. I think that like, as Ethan has like been online for years and years, they have this whole soundbite system where like everybody that they've ever talked to gets made into a soundbite, blah, blah, blah. You don't ever like, unless you're redeemed, unless you like come back around and he's friends with you now, as opposed to he wasn't before, like you're basically going to always be a joke, a meme, somebody they make fun. Like you don't really come back around. You know what I mean?
I mean, that tracks, given the circumstance. I mean, generally speaking, Ethan comes across as quite petty. So I think even for a lesser offense than what we're talking about, he'd probably employ that same scorched earth approach. But yeah, I can't imagine this would be a reconciliation that I just could never see coming at this point. But yeah, I tend to agree. I think we will continue to hear from iDubbbz and Anissa. Well, at least until the divorce, we'll hear about both of them. And then eventually I do think it'll peter out, but it'll be more in the lolcow vein of things where they'll be probably coming up with less and less creative, more just panhandling ways of content. Because nobody in their situation, I don't see either of them committing to a real job anytime soon. So they will scratch and claw until they're absolutely don't have it as an option. And even then, I think they'll still try to milk it. Like they'll be in that You know, I could see Ian as the next Wings of Redemption, just like being all depressed, streaming games from his room every day, or Darkside Phil just begging for $200 every single day for the rest of his life. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. That's right. Anyways, thank you folks for being here today. We're going to go back through the chat and then we're going to get out of here. Okay. Like as per usual.
Wings is funny though. Yeah, I mean, Wings does still have some entertainment value. Yeah, more like Boogie. Fair enough. Look here, listen.
All righty, folks. Well, Pest was first in the chat as per usual, so shouts out to him. Nice to see Kangalope in chat, Headbug in chat, Max and Winnie hanging out with y'all at home. Love that. Shouts out to them. V-Dub was here. Shouts out to V-Dub. Hopefully your little bean is doing good too, your little dog.
That's right. Learn something new every day, Danny.
Jed, right? Yeah, you know, it's hard to keep track of everybody's dogs' names. I mean, it's hard enough to keep track of people's real names, let alone like they're cute little dogs, but I think I'm right.
That's right. That's right.
Harles says, man, I tune in and these eggs are literally farming a 9-year-old.
Oh, we did it. What can
Shouts
we
out
do?
to your cute little dog too, Harles. Why does everybody have cute little dogs and I don't?
It's a great question, Danny.
It's not fair.
Studio dog. You're gonna have to get a second camera though. You can't have a dog and not have a camera on it while it sleeps during your stream.
I love that.
Them's the rules, pal.
I love that so much. I want it. I want it in my life. Tits are tits. Thank you. Headbug. Shadow is here. Shouts out to Shadow Humor.
Shadow.
Always bringing that shadow humor to the chat, right?
That's right.
Is that why his name?
And making me hungry today. I'm
did he say?
starving. Just
Did he
talking
get cut
about
up hot dogs and his mac and cheese too?
Maybe that might be on my menu, but steak, cheeseburgers, Taco Bell, man, I gotta eat.
Love
something.
it. Well, don't expect Ian iDubbbz to ever buy you fucking Taco Bell. That's for sure. Kanga says vegans got mad farts. They do be eating beans. That's for sure.
Didn't know. See, I missed that one in the live when we were going through it. Fair. Good to know.
They do be eating beans. Sleek, shouting out the eggs. Nice to see you, Sleek. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. As we're scrolling through here, Maggot Edits is somewhere. Maggot
That's right.
Chan, what up? Is that Woody Allen? I wonder
Where were we on that one?
It's the Rizzler. She thought the Rizzler was Woody Allen. So shouts out to Maggot. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Shouts out to Kanga again for that super sticker.
That's
and
right.
Shouts out to Ass Cakes for becoming a member again. Now I get to, read through the halftime shout out and say Ass Cakes again. I always love that.
It's a bonus.
Let's see. As we're going through here, Poland was here at one point.
That's right.
She must have had softball. Had to get out of here.
Thanks for stopping by, boss.
Hash was here. Nice to see you, Hash. Hope you're doing well, my friend. As per usual, I always hope that every single one of you out there is having a good day, has a good Sunday, continuing on, has a good week until we see you the next time, too. How about that?
That's right. I think Johnny Football was in the chat, too. Hope you all enjoy the extra day off if you get it.
Johnny Football. He's somewhere. I haven't found him yet. But I did see him. So shouts out to him. He's a real one. That Johnny. Chris was here.
Chris. Ooh, look at that. Jinx. You owe me some Coke.
And there we are, Chris. Love to see you, Chris. Hope you're doing well. That might be all of them, though, Kevin. That might be it.
Got everybody.
True ass cakes. That's because Ian can't win a fight. What did he say? If there's a DV in the jump. I think that's why iDubbbz is the way he is now. You know, he's very subservient. He knows what the pimp hand looks like. You know?
Man.
Bitch!
You know?
Don't talk back to me. At least she cooks him dinner. She trad wifes and makes him lasagna.
She just threatens to call Hasan. Oh yeah, maybe we should see what Hasan thinks.
Well, see, that's gonna. I have an unfortunate feeling that someday that's gonna be the reality for Ian, is that she's gonna, like, you know, if they want to get real messy with it and Clout Farm, she's gonna, like, promote the next creator clash, you know, years from now from Hasan's bedroom, and also announce their divorce.
and Ian will sit quietly in the corner like he did the last time he was on Hasan's stream.
Hasan just moves the camera this way a little bit, and it's Ian in the back corner sitting in the chair,
just
crying.
holding that sword with the unfortunate design on it.
He zooms in real close. He's like, "Sorry, dude."
Usually I'm the mastermind in these situations.
Ian is never living down the cuck allegations. Slick says, "I'm such a trad wife. I DoorDash this food and pretended to cook it."
Well, it's not gonna plate itself. Ian can't eat out of styrofoam. It impacts his IBS.
Never yell at your mothers for calling you folks. It's fine. You just tell them that they need to turn us on as well. Okay. So shouts out to Headbug's mother. I know she would love to hear from Two Eggs if she knew what we were talking about. So
that's
maybe
right.
Maybe
Tell
you
her
send
next
her
time
time
you meet in the chat.
Are old women, or is your old mother privy enough with YouTube that she'd understand timestamps? You could give her timestamps of, like, when we're talking about something she might know. Anyways, let's get out of here. Okay. We're rambling. We're rambling now. And apparently we're loved by mothers too. So that's always
go.
Good. All right. Shouts out to all of you. We appreciate you. Catch you next time. Oh, wait. For the people that are still here, Kevin, are we May 1st? Is that a show for us? Next Sunday?
June 1st, we will be good to go. It'll be the
June
two
1st.
Sundays after that where I will unfortunately be elsewhere.
So buckle up, buckaroos. Next Sunday, we will still be here, same time, same place. But then after that, you will get two Tuesday shows, us in the studio together, enjoying each other's company as we should be. And maybe since I got enough heads up, I can, like, we'll get our Carrot Top on and do some, like, props or something, or costumes for Headbug. Anyways, let's get out of here. Peace.